Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I am trying to wake up. Amazing Amber gave me the her Netflix account last night. So I ended up staying a little too late watching some shows. So I am trying to wake up. Right? Wake up my ass. Oh man. Speaking of which, Josh, I have a fucking funny ass video I have to send to you guys. I saw this shit last night on TikTok and oh my god, dude, this shit made me laugh so hard. You have to see it. Okay. So for anybody who doesn't get the message, because I'm sending it to Josh. So there was a kid last night. He's got his Halloween costume on, and it's one of the characters from Fortnite, but it's like those blow up things, like those dinosaur ones where you blow it up and you go inside of it. And so he comes out, and the costume, poor kid, it's supposed to be shaped like this, like feathery, furry, round, like pudgy thing. And like with this head, but when he came out, it looks like it doesn't blow up right. And it's like in the shape of a penis. And it's really, really funny because the kid just comes out and is like, it's shaped like a dick, Grandma. And this shit is so fucking funny. So I just sent it to all of them. Oh god, that video was so funny. Man, yeah. So yes, I am trying to wake up. About to take my B12 so that I can wake up. Today we got a really awesome show. Hold on, let me take my B12. Okay, so we got a fun show today. We're just gonna go through some normal stuff that we go through later on. Maybe talk about stuff that I haven't even got in here. I've already wake and baked already. That's why I'm like sort of crying right now a little bit and trying to calm it down because I just took a dab hit right before I came on and I was like, that was a little too rough. I need something to drink. I'm like still trying to recover from it. So I'm good. I am golden. Yeah, so figure we could talk about stuff later on today, things that I probably haven't even gotten up yet. Some of the articles that I have to talk about today are like 2 days old because I didn't do a show the other day. I feel like I'm behind, but then like when I try to catch up on news, all the other news article people that I like, try to at least keep up on or keep up with so that I'm in with everyone else. Now I'm a day behind, so I feel like I need to say those, but then I don't need to talk about them because they're already so old and there's already new news coming in. So yeah, I might just end up canceling like most of the things I'm going to talk about, at least like the serious topics I'm going to talk about later on today, because I did hear like Elon Musk finally bought Twitter. That's really interesting. The kid that got shot by the cop last, I think it was like couple of weeks ago, where you're sitting outside the McDonald's parking lot and eating food, and then the cop comes over and opens the door and then shoots the kid while he drives away. There's some like updated news on that. There's like all kinds of new updated news, like I guess Putin is ready to start talking about peace talks, and like Zelensky in the US is like, no, we're going to keep this thing going. But then like I watched the news last night, like the mainstream news, to see what they were talking about. And they were talking about how Putin doesn't want to give up, like, and doesn't want to talk peace talks, and like all this stuff is his fault. But like you go over to the the news that's biased towards Russia, but then and they say like he's willing to talk peace talks and no one else is. So it's like you're getting two different sides of the story. I'm getting two different sides of the story on all of this too now. So okay, good, you liked it. I thought that shit was so funny. That kid just comes out like, it looks like a dick, grandma. Oh shit, that was so great. Good morning, Lust Bones. Good morning, Holly. How are you today? Hey, Lust Bones. So today I got a special surprise at some point, probably in the next 10 minutes or so, or maybe at 10:30, I think. We're gonna have Roseanne Rabioli in here. Well, Roseanne Rabiola Miele, I think is how you say her full name. Roseanne's gonna be here. She has been working with the people at the con, and they're getting ready to do a march in, I believe, the Federal Reserve. I think they're going to be doing that soon, on Monday. So we're going to be talking about that today. What the con is, how this all got started, how she got into it, all of that stuff. So we're going to be talking with her today, at some point whenever I see her down below in the back studio area. So that's going to be fun. Want to get that done. We were supposed to have her on Wednesday when I didn't do the show. So glad to have her on today. Pretty much she's only got a couple more days left until this thing, happens. So definitely want to hook her up and get her hooked up with maybe some people going out there with her as well. This seems like a really big, cool, important thing. So we'll talk about that later when she gets on here. Good morning, John. Good to see you. What else has been going on? Let's see. I got snacks for today. I decided to show you all that I am a spicy lover. So I brought my snacks today. Flamin' hot popcorn. There's my snack food for the day. I got also some strawberry shortcake rolls. So that way I got some sweets to go with it. But other than that, nothing has been really going on too much. What did I do yesterday? Good morning, Yona. We got a couple of songs from Yona today that we're going to be playing later on as well, that I didn't get to yesterday, so I want to get to today. I figured we try to, maybe we could just have some fun today after Roseanne's interview is done. That seems like something we could possibly do today. It is Friday, so we might as well just have some fun. I know we're going to be having some fun tonight on Warren's show, so we'll see how that goes. He really wants to do the Halloween thing tonight, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do tonight for the show for Warren's show too, because I didn't even have like much of a Halloween-ish theme type thing for today. So, and I was trying to figure out like, okay, Monday is Halloween. What am I going to do here on Monday? Are we just going to, what do we do? Do we just sit here and watch, scary videos? Fuck, I've got like tons of makeup. I can show people like, 2 different things for makeup ideas for Halloween. I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly. Yes, network out at work. Right. So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't figured out what I want to do yet for the Halloween day on Monday, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe watch some scary stuff. Maybe watch or have me do some Halloween makeup. I don't know. Whatever is Halloween themed. I mean, shit, I can even sit here and do some Halloween makeup tonight on Warren's show too. Just play with my eyeliner while I'm hanging out with Warren. That would be fun. The kids did trick or treat last night. Yeah, I know. Mine was. I was gonna take my daughter trick or treating last night because they had this. There was it was called Halloween in the Park out here. So we live in the mountains, and all the roads out here are like windy, just super super windy. There's like all ups and downs. If you ever hear like the old people saying like, I walked uphill both ways to go to school and shit, I've come to realize, like, okay, if you really did this, then you must live in the mountains, because I tell people that now, because when my daughter doesn't have to really walk to the bus stop anymore. We just drive her now. But for, a couple of years there, I was walking my kid to the bus stop. And because I live in the mountains, there's always hills, huge ass hills, ups and downs, wiggly roads, windy roads, everything like that. And I did, okay, I promise you on my life, I walked uphill both ways. Swear to fucking God, I did. I walked uphill both ways to my kid's school. And what made it even worse is like, okay, so my kid just has to go to the bus stop, okay? And then she'd get to the bus to school, and then the bus would bring her back to the same spot, and then she would walk home with me. So her walking was just to the bus and then away from the bus home. Mine was walk to the bus, walk back home, and then later on the day, walk to the bus, walk back home. So I went uphill twice in one day, okay? So that shit's real. People really, really do. I mean, I don't know if like the old people that say it actually really did walk uphill both ways, but if you lived up here in these mountains and you say you walked uphill both ways to school, I'm gonna fucking believe you. Absolutely going to believe you. So that's that thing. I don't know where that trailed off into. I have no idea. I did a really cool mom thing last night. So my daughter wanted to wear one of my onesies today for the Halloween thing. Her and her boyfriend wanted to wear onesies together to kind of like match, but they don't really have matching onesies or anything. So they're like, oh, let's just wear onesies together. So she picked the onesie that she wanted, which was my Jack Skellington onesie. But right in the crotch area, there was like this hole right where the stitch is. I didn't even realize I had a stitch hole right where that is. But I ended up doing the whole mom thing, and I sewed it up for her so that way she can wear it today. Cause she's like, Mom, there's a hole right in the crotch. Like, what do you do? Just go pee through it? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I just whip it out and I just pee right through the hole. Absolutely. That's what I do. So I sewed her the hole last night so that way she can wear her little thing today. Oh yeah, trick-or-treating. That's what we were talking about. So they have this I trailed off. I didn't even realize I trailed off that bad. So we have had a Halloween in the park yesterday. And So like I said, the roads out here are very windy and uphill and downhill. So people don't really do trick or treating like the door to door out here because people just don't want to walk it like a lot. There's so much uphill and downhill. People just don't want to walk it. And so we have like Halloween areas that are designated. So like mainly it's usually like church parking lots, which I fucking hate because they do like the trunk or treats, which is instead of like your house where you go to the house and it's all decked out and you go up to the door and say trick or treat, you just got like a bunch of cars parked all next to each other in a parking lot, and they deck out their cars. So like they'll lift up the back trunk and they'll just deck it out and make it look all like, you know, Halloweeny. And then so you go to each car in the parking lot and you trick or treat there. And I fucking hate it. It's so lame, but it's what they have to do out here. But I guess this time around today, or not today, yesterday, this Halloween, they decided they were going to do a Halloween in the park. And so we have a lake that's pretty much, I mean, it used to be public land. I think the church bought them recently, bought the whole area. So they had like a whole church in the park thing. I think the Parks and Recs people were kind of hosting it a little bit because one of my buddies, one of my really good friends, works for Parks and Recs out here, which is like, I swear I want this dream job so bad. Watching you. Okay, you got it. Okay, we got Roseanne in the background right now. Give me 1 more minute, 2 more minutes, and then we'll be good to go. So they had the trunk or treat last night. We don't have a vehicle. We couldn't take our kid to the trunk or treat. It felt really, really bad. So we can't make it there. That's like a 15-mile drive. So there's no way that we could have made it. So I hope it was really good last night. I hope that the trick or treat, like the little park thing, it was cool. They said that they had like haunted hay rides and little haunted houses and things like that. So I hope it was really fun. I'm pretty sure my kid is too old and doesn't really want to do all that stuff anyway. She's 14 now. So she probably is just like, you know, right, not in the house of God. I know, that's what I was like, okay, well, I mean, trunk or treating, I guess, you know, you just don't be scary. I don't know. I'm used to growing up in churches and not doing that. We would have the, what is it? It wasn't Halloween. It was the fall festival is what we would do during Halloween time at churches. So it's definitely like it's kind of like they up here, the churches kind of accepted the fact that there is Halloween and kids want to dress up and do trick-or-treating and stuff like that, because there isn't that around here. So it's really nice that like at least the church parking lot is offering, you know, families and stuff to do that, and they're mixing in with the Parks and Recs. I just don't like the fact that the church bought out that whole land around the lake area right there. Because I remember there was one time, I think it was the 4th of July festival thing that they were having at the lake, and they allowed people to park there at the little parking area because we have what is called, it's the San Moritz Lodge. There's like this huge lodge area. It's like open to rent out for weddings and events and things like that. And there's a huge parking lot, and that's right by the lake. And so they had the 4th of July festival all right there. And what happened was this is why I don't like churches owning things, is they allowed the people to park there for free and do and experience the 4th of July event and stuff. But for payment afterwards, they said, okay, you guys parked in this parking lot. Now you need to sit here after the event and listen to us give you like a 1-hour speech about Jesus Christ and the Bible and, you know, turning your life over to God and stuff. And the people were like, we just came here to park for 4th of July. Now you're going to make us watch or listen to your thing as payment to do this. So that's a little like on the iffy side. That's what I don't like about the churches up here, is kind of like they try to pretend like they're helping, and then they're like, oh, but you have to do this, this, and this. Like you have to, you know, listen to us this way. So they kind of act like they're on our side, but then like that religion kicks in, and so you're distancing yourself from the rest of the people out here. So I do know that there's probably this weekend, I think there's like a witch walk. There are some few witches up here that are really, really awesome. I absolutely adore them. And I heard they're doing a witch walk this weekend. I'm not sure if they're going to do it naked or not, because we live out in the middle of the forest, but we'll see how they do it. So nice little mixture of things around here. I probably can't go to most of them because I don't have a vehicle. So we will see how it goes. Your grandson thought there was only a trunk or treat until this year. Only 5 locked down half his life. Oh, poor baby. He's like, this is what Halloween is. It's all like trunks in a parking lot. Poor thing. I feel so bad. I'd give them $20 so I don't have to listen to them. Right? Yeah, the church people just be like, here's 20. It says in God we trust on the top, so there you go. Have fun. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly. Only in God's backyard. It's absolutely wild to me. But my kid's 14, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't care. She wants to go with her friends, but obviously, as you guys know, she's still grounded until her court date. my little convict. So, yeah, that's how that goes. Does the witch walk include walking up a hill? Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, we're gonna have to. It's definitely gonna be uphill both ways. We'll walk uphill to a church parking lot, and then we'll all strip down, and then we'll walk downhill and uphill back to where we were. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, that's great. All right, you guys. I think I've had enough fun. No more fun. We gotta get to the serious stuff. Okay. So we have let me pull this screen up really quick so that way I've got the Chrome tab going just in case. All right, cool. So we have a really special guest. So there's this event coming out on November 1st, which is Tuesday. It's going to be at the Federal Reserve, and it's a march to purge corruption. Brought to you by Patrick Lovell, from the producer of The Con. Actually, you know what? Let's bring Rose Ann in and we can talk more about it. Are you there? Let's unmute you. There you are.
Ta-da!
Long time no see.
And I recognize where you are streaming from, my dear.
Yes, I'm still in the same house. There's your whole part right there.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago in June.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Who was it? I think it was Shane was telling me like you hung out in the porn room down here.
Yeah, I did.
So a couple of years ago when I was volunteering for another organization, Roseanne joined into the organization, and one day she just decided that she was going to go on a road trip and say hi to the people that were in the organization, and my house was on the way. So so I felt really appreciated and loved. She is literally the first activist in my 6 years of online activism that I've actually met in person. So, and you stayed the night and you came and hung out and you dealt with me smoking, which is like not very often people do that. So you're absolutely amazing. I adore you.
Well, thank you. And I brought food because I wanted you to eat.
Yeah. Yes.
I wanted to
Yes.
make sure you got to eat,
Yeah. Yep.
So
All my friends are still doing that to this day. They're like, you still got some food? They'll come over and bring me food. My neighbors give me food all the time now. It's so funny. Everybody makes sure I eat.
see? Well, Jimmy, I've been doing this a long time.
Yep.
Okay. And when you can see people in person, face to face, and look them in the eye and see their reactions, then you know a person.
Yep.
Okay. I tell Patrick all the time, like, I feel the con. Okay, wait, I gotta go this way. Which way am I going? This way. And you can see the con better. Okay. So
there we go.
That's the con. And I grew up in a place where corruption was the norm. And they didn't talk about it as corruption because that was how they were. Okay. I always I always thought about it in terms of, I use this all the time. I say the big boys. Okay.
Yeah.
And it could be the big boys in government, in finance, in the church, in business, on Wall Street. It's all of them. Okay. And they got people.
Yep.
Okay. And they think they're doing you a favor,
Yep.
and they're smashing you. They're making you suffer. They're poisoning your head with, oh yeah, oh, we're there for your good. No, 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 no. No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. And I've seen it too long.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen it too long, which is why I think the con just hit me right away. Okay. The first chapter is about the first there it's a 5-part documentary. And the first part talks about a woman, 90 years old. Her name is Addie Polk. Addie Polk was a widow. Her house was paid for. Okay. And what they believe really happened, her pastor was brought in after the fact of she killed herself. Okay. She shot herself in the chest because she didn't want to get thrown out of her home.
Oof.
90 years old. Okay. She was targeted. Women of color, women all over the place were really targeted by thieves. If a thief comes into your house, and this happens all over your neighborhood, law enforcement's going to do something about it. If they come in with a gun, what did they come into people's houses with? They came in with a calculator. They came in with documents for you to sign, which they then changed.
Yep.
They changed.
Yep.
They stole people's identity. Okay. They went to people like my sister Becky over in Ohio. Okay. She had the money to pay for her house. This dog face, no good broker comes into her and says, oh, here, this is what we're going to do for you. And then they come back for her to sign the papers. Oh, no. They changed it all over. She tried for years to find out who had her loan. Lying. That's all they did. They had places where people would change signatures, change the amount of money you made, and give you this loan. Then you default. Then they'll say, oh, well, wait a minute. Let's do this for you. Let's give you some more money.
Yep.
And in the background, you got Wall Street buying up all these packages, excuse me, of fraudulent assets. You know, that's one thing that really bothers me, is that the way the financial system works, yeah, modern monetary theory, but the MMTers never talk about the garbage, toxic assets that were being sold by the criminals on Wall Street. They never talk about that. What's the problem? This is the truth, honest to God. Patrick's not making it up, man. He talked to people in the DOJ, in the SEC, in the FBI, whistleblowers at Citibank. My buddy Richard Bowen Richard Bowen told Robert Rubin, hey, we can't buy this stuff. It's toxic. You're not following your own rules. I just got to tell people there's so much truth there, Jimmy. Okay. All they have to do is go to thecon.tv. Go there, go to that website, see what's been written in the press about the con. Look at the clips. Look at all the short pieces. Go to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Patrick Lovell Truth Bombs the Con. Okay.
Yeah.
And we've got more than 150 videos up there. We have thousands of videos on TikTok. And you know what? TikTok's not letting me in. I've been trying to get in for 3 weeks. Do you have trouble with TikTok? I can't sign in. I can't log into TikTok. I can't.
Wow. That's
and
weird.
We have millions of people watching Patrick Lovell Truth Bombs the Con. I can't get in. Something's going on. What do you think's going on, Jimmy? What do you think?
They're keeping you out so that way you don't bring out that information to people.
They don't want the truth. They want lies. They like to hear lies. Okay. This makes them what? Comfortable, happy? I don't know. They're sick fucks.
They are.
Okay.
I've actually got the con trailer up. If you want, we can show everybody.
Yeah, show it. Please, please, please.
You got it. All right. So here is the con trailer.
I'm neither an economist or a scholar. I'm just an average American who lost my home and very nearly my family to foreclosure when the market imploded. And I've spent almost every day since trying to find out why. Once the dust settled, it quickly became clear that my story was no different than millions of other Americans. We all thought that we were alone. We all thought that we'd failed. But none of us really knew why.
With a gun in her hand, Addie Polk apparently shot herself in the chest as deputies were knocking on her door with eviction papers in hand.
This dramatic increase in mortgage fraud cases was the canary in the mine. It was the warning.
This was money chasing people. This was not somebody looking for a loan.
It was all designed to maximize profits for all of the different players.
The person who sold you a loan made more money if they sold you a higher rate loan.
They were sold a lot.
They're selling to their very clients these loans that they know are a disaster.
I lost my home, not because of money, because of fraud.
I don't believe Addie Polk took out the mortgage on her home. I don't believe she signed any documents.
They just generated all this junk, took home huge bonuses, and then when it collapsed, they said, oh, not us.
This notion that the financial crisis there wasn't fraud and there wasn't crime is absolutely wrong. It's dead.
They were targeting, in many cases, minorities.
We were waiting for the leadership to say, go. That never happened.
The investigation was suppressed.
This was all part of the same puzzle that was falling apart.
This is the largest conspiracy of lies in the history of the world.
This investigation has just begun.
Wow. That is so. My thing is about that, watching and doing my research this week on the con and everything like that. It seems almost like, okay, so separating like what Lana was saying, like the failure of Congress. We obviously know that Congress, or the House, the Senate, the president is usually not ever going to try to mess with what the Fed is doing. They almost try to seem like they separate themselves, kind of thing. Like they just allow the Fed to do whatever they want and stuff. And it almost seems like we're getting a repeat of 2008 all over again now because of the interest rates going up. And now that the Fed is raising interest rates again right now, and people are still wanting to get loans, people are still wanting to live their lives. It almost feels like it's a repeat again all over. And we're kind of now seeing it before it's starting to go down.
Jimmy, it never stopped. Okay. It never stopped. It's just this continuous cycle. When the big bailout happened in 2009, the Fed bailed out bankrupt institutions, not just banks, but what they call shadow banks that are not regulated. Okay. $29 trillion. $29 trillion. And it also enriched the CEOs. It kept going. The Fed used an act, Federal Reserve Act 13.3. Bernanke, Tim Geithner, Hank Paulson, they got together in secret, illegally, and what did they feed to us? Gotta save the system. Gotta save Wall Street and the big banks. When you go bankrupt, your debts are discharged. Do they give you money for all those debts that you discharged? No. They gave them money. And when we talk about money, it's just crediting balance sheets. So they gave them money for garbage. They gave them money for garbage.
Right.
All right. This continues and continues. When the Fed raises interest rates, it screws us.
Yep.
More money we pay on our credit cards.
Yep.
Okay. And people don't have more money coming in. So what do they have to do? They have to borrow on those cards. Okay.
Yep.
What I do is, I was talking about this the other day. When I got stimulus money, I only make so much because I'm on a pension. When I got stimulus money, I was using it to pay down my credit cards so that I wouldn't have such large payments. But if you take the money and you want to buy something, which you need, I am not in any way, shape, or form blaming people for using stimulus money this way or that way. Not at all. It's just like all those people who took out loans that they did not know were fraudulent. Okay. They trusted brokers. They trusted bankers.
Yep.
Okay. They're the ones who started it. It's not greedy people. It's not greedy people. The victims were being blamed for taking out the loans. That's bullshit.
Right.
Okay. Timothy Geithner, the weasel criminal, called people the foam on the runway so that, okay, we're going to give this money out to the big guys, and we're going to say to the people, got to do it. The people are going to like soften the blow. Yeah, they trust people in government. They trust bankers. See, I grew up, I didn't trust any of them.
No.
I was young. I didn't trust any of them. Jimmy, I grew up in the 50s and the 60s. Okay. I didn't trust them at all. They were like, I knew they were lying. I had a priest say to me one time, after he took money from a syndicate boss, oh yeah, the end justifies the means. A priest is telling me this. He's taken this money from this criminal. Who's prosecuting the criminals today? Anybody prosecuting the criminals? No. But poor people. Who gets thrown in jail, Jimmy? Who gets thrown
poor
in jail?
people.
Okay.
And people of color.
Who gets thrown in jail? Okay. Who's sitting in jail? It's up to us.
Not Bill Cosby.
Well, you know, see, okay, if Trump goes to jail, that's one person. That doesn't fix the system, okay? No. You got to put the big fish with the rotten heads, you know, the fish rots from the head. You got to put those rotten fish in prison. And not no fancy prison. Send them to Cook County Jail in Chicago. Send them to Rikers, okay?
Right.
But we can't get this up. I've been working with Patrick for 2 years. Me, Becky Weesey. Becky, you saw her in the clip that you just showed. Becky with the blonde hair. Becky said, I had the money. I lost my home because of fraud. She lost her home. She lost her marriage. And she kept fighting. You'll see her Tuesday. She's going to be on the live event. The live event is going to start at 12 noon. We're going to be on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter, and anybody else who wants to pick us up. We are going to have homeowners who were crushed, who were smashed, who were destroyed. Not to mention the people who killed themselves. And what is the general public doing? They got their finger in their ear. Okay, what are they doing? Let's get them the truth.
Right.
On the online event, we're going to have whistleblowers. We're going to have, here's a name that I know you know, L. Randall Ray.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick has connections. L. Randall Ray was the man. The Levy study. Yep. He showed where the 29, he showed the figure, the $29 trillion that was, okay, here we're going to have Federal Reserve Act 13.3, and we're going to give these criminals money.
Yeah.
We're going to make them whole. We're going to not only make them whole, we are going to enrich them.
Yeah, it's
We are going
socialism
to
for the elites and nothing for the poor. Let them eat cake, kind of
nothing.
thing. Right.
When we say purge corruption, that means we gotta have a clean New Deal before we can have a Green New Deal.
Right.
How can we
Right.
spend on a Green New Deal if we got crooks running the show?
Yep. Now, Lana makes a really good point. So like as MMTers, we know like Fed versus Congress, the two different things. So she makes a good point. Since you guys are marching at the federal building, what about Congress as well?
Okay, look. The Fed sold Congress a bill of goods.
Mm-hmm.
People, sure, we think about voting and we think about 535 people, House and Senate.
Right.
Everybody thinks about that. Oh, they're crooked. They're crooked.
We know
they
they're
don't
crooked.
know, right? They don't know until they watch the con. What went on? What were the steps? Right. Who was the Fed? And Hank Paulson used this. He said, with this act, Federal Reserve 13.3, this is the bazooka. But, we're just putting it there. We're not going to use it. We're not going to use it. What kind of horseshit is that? What do you mean?
Right.
They used it on the American people. They told Congress exactly what they wanted to tell Congress. Barack Obama, who I voted for twice, I was happy when he was the president. But what did he do?
Yeah.
Biggest cover up, he and Eric Holder, the whole group. No matter how good we think folks were.
Right.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Cover up, buried. They buried Richard Bowen's material where he was calling out Robert Rubin. He talked to these guys. They know what was going on.
Yeah.
They buried his information in the archives. In the archives. You can have hearings. You can go protest at Congress. But you gotta have the blueprint.
Right.
The who, what, when, where, and why. What was going on that was not being shared. The lies were being shared with the public. The truth wasn't being shared with the public.
Right.
The attorney generals across the country knew what was going on. Nobody wants to talk about it. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about it.
Right.
Okay.
That's also what I think, like with Lana saying, like, yeah, the Congress does make the decisions, but it's almost like Congress and Senate and the president themselves are like turning a blind eye and allowing the Fed to just do whatever they want. And they're just like, oh, well, we can't do anything, even though they know they can. They're just like, we're going to let these guys try to fix the economy. And that's just not the way that it can go. Obviously, 2008 proved that. So now, if, like what I was saying earlier, now it feels like the same. It almost seems like they're doing the same, where Congress is like turning a blind eye, allowing the Fed to raise interest rates now, and it feels like we're going to get that repeat. So yeah, I agree, like Congress with you, Lana. Congress does make the decisions, but it's like I said, it's almost like they're literally just turning a blind eye and just allowing them to do whatever they want, while they just don't, give the people anything. Because when they did decide in 2008, 2009, like you were saying, when they did decide to make the decision to help out, they decided to help out the bankers and the elites. And so now, just in the last couple of years, we actually got some kind of help, even though it was only like $2,000 from the government. But now it's back to raising interest rates, and we're going to go through a depression again. And it seems like, well, then what is Congress going to do again? So we can only take it from what they've done in the past, and it seems like, okay, they're just going to turn a blind eye right now, which they kind of do by lying to us, saying they need to raise interest rates because we don't have enough product to sell, so everything has to get raised, and just the lies.
Why does Congress do that? Why do you think they do that?
That's a question I want to know. Yeah, why do they?
They're in on it. They're
Right.
in on it.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm too old to be a conspiracy theorist. I am not a conspiracy theorist. Okay? But when you got the truth in front of you and you say 1 + 1 = 2, and someone doesn't want to believe that, what do you think? Because, okay, so you got somebody else over here, and they're saying, oh no, 1 + 1 really equals 4. And they keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it and repeating. Why? Because they're in with the ones who benefit from 1 + 1 = 4.
Right.
They benefit from the propaganda and lies.
Right.
Do we have poor people in Congress?
No.
Do we have? Oh, okay. Let's blame supply chains. Let's blame this. Let's blame people overspending. They never blame the source.
Right.
They never blame. They treat Jamie Dimon like he's some kind of Hollywood movie star.
Yeah.
And Robert Rubin and Hank Paulson and Bernanke just got a freaking Nobel Prize, right?
Wow.
They lied to the American people.
Yeah.
Bernanke and Geithner and Paulson lied to the American people, lied to Congress, lied to everybody who would listen. We saved the economy. For whom?
Right.
For the crooks. For the crooks.
Yep.
That's what they saved it for.
Yeah.
Listen,
absolutely.
I'm not going to go. I could talk for like 10 hours.
Oh, of course.
I could talk for 10 hours, but I'm not going to do that because I want everyone. You can go to my Facebook page. My Facebook page is Roseanne Rabiola Miele. Oh, look at that. March to Purge Corruption.
Yes.
That's that's the event page that and it's even got the address for anybody who might not know of the Federal Reserve in Washington, D.C. We have a permit to march from one end of 20th Street to 21st Street. And they're doing all this construction. And they got a chain link gate so that you can't get into the Fed. And all the way on the other sides of the block, they got, a plywood. I think that is a perfect backdrop. We're going to the Fed. They're keeping us out. They're lying. and keeping us out.
Yeah.
They're keeping us out. Are we louder than they are?
Yes.
We better be. Right?
I know your voice is louder than the entire Congress, Roseanne.
Okay. But we gotta get in the Fed's face.
Yes.
We gotta get in the criminals' face.
Yep.
Yes, we do have to vote. In Nevada, we have a question on the ballot to change the Constitution so we can have open primaries where everybody can vote. You're taking away the power of the Dems and the Republicans. You're letting everybody vote, and we're having ranked choice voting. And you know who's against it? The establishment Dems are against it, but they won't say it. But they're behind the scenes telling people, don't vote for this. Don't put this on the Constitution. Oh no. They don't want to. Who wants to lose their power? Nobody. Nobody. Okay.
No. Yep.
I got no agenda. I don't want anything. I want people to thrive. I don't want them just hanging on by their fingernails. Okay.
Right.
I want to shout and yell it to everyone. 11/1/2022.
Yep.
In person at the Fed in Washington, D.C., online on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Yep.
And I'll be putting things in your Facebook. I'm inviting people all over the place. We have to do this because those in charge don't want the truth out there.
Yep.
We can do this. Failure is not an option. It's not rocket science. It's racketeering.
That's right. That's right. There.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Jimmy, I'm gonna let you do your show. I'm gonna go do some other things, but I gotta tell you a thing about Halloween. I hated Halloween. I hated it. By the time I was like 8 or 9 years old, I would not get a costume and go out. I did not like it.
Mm-hmm.
Never did. I don't understand. It was my son Victor's favorite holiday, better than Christmas. I hated Halloween. I don't. maybe it's I don't like pretend. I'm fun. You know I'm funny, right? I say funny stuff, but I'm so damn serious.
Yes.
Okay. The truth has to rise above the lies. We have to get integrity in the law. We have to rise up and purge corruption. 11/1/2022.
I am
there
throwing
we are. Oh, look at this. See?
Pictures.
Hey,
Yep.
Jimmy,
Yep.
I made those, Jimmy. Do you believe that?
Did you really?
I learned how to make all of them. Yes.
Look at you. You're becoming a graphics designer. This is so cool.
And I'm old too. So I'm never going to be an old lady though, Jimmy. Never. I'm never going to be an old lady ever.
Don't ever turn into an old lady. No.
Look at that's Patrick when he was at Occupy Wall Street.
Listen, back in 2008.
When Occupy started, he and Eric traveled across the country something like 17 or 19 times, visiting cities where they had Occupy Wall Street events.
Wow.
Yes. You can listen, you can get all these details. Go to our YouTube channel, Patrick Lovell Truth Bombs the Con. Patrick shares so much of his personal life. You know, he got crushed by the system. He got crushed by the system.
Yep.
Okay. He
So
knows.
go ahead.
Go, go, go. Oh, look at that. Miguel put that. I like that. 11/1/2022. I
Yes.
like that. I like it. I like it. Oh, there's me with my, like I need a microphone, right?
I love that picture of you, though. That is so
I
great.
like it. I
Yeah.
like it. The new Untouchables. People got to watch the new Untouchables.
Okay.
Okay. 19 episodes. There's 19 episodes along with transcripts. There's so much truth.
Yeah.
People got to open the door and walk through it. Okay.
Absolutely. And here's some post from it. Looks like you've been posting up some things. So
Yep.
it's definitely being used. I put the link for this page in the comment section so that everybody in every comment section across all our platforms that we're live right now has the link so that they can do it. Actually, I'm going to do it one more time for everyone in the comments.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There
Thank you.
we go. Okay, so it's all in the comments. You guys go ahead and check this out. I want to read the about page really quick so we can get an idea of what this is about. This says the entire system is rotting from corruption, and you, the people, don't know the giant swindle the desperados are pulling off. Will you watch #TheCon, suit up with the truth, and on Tuesday, November 1st, 2022, join millions of honest-to-goodness, desperate people to demand the DOJ prosecute the vultures of evil from Wall Street, the big banks, big business, and the miners, or the minions is various, and the minions in various industries that do their bidding. Will you be one of the millions to surround the Federal Reserve and yell "con," signifying you know that they have been supplying the fuel to keep the financial terrorists fat and happy? Endorsed by the American Property Owners Network for the 2-day itinerary, including contact info, and then there's a website down here where you can get anything you guys need from that. It looks like you've already got 265 people that are absolutely interested. And you said this is at the Federal Reserve building, right?
Yes, it's called the Mariner S. Eccles building.
There it is. Okay, yeah, so it's right there under the thing. If anybody is in that area and wants to join, this is going to be on Tuesday, November 1st for anyone that's interested. I think this is great. If you need help sharing, or if you want to live stream, I can put you in here in our StreamYard and you can live stream through our StreamYard. You're more than welcome to. I can even spend the day sitting here and just kind of throwing you all up on the screen and letting you guys take over too as well. So I think this is I think this is great. This is absolutely amazing. See Truth Bomb, it looks like there's another YouTube video. Okay, so even it looks like Roseanne, you're also putting videos up here for people to watch. So I would say everybody go and check this out. At least say that you're interested, so that way you can get all the information that you need even after the event, because it looks like you are just rocking it in there.
I do the YouTube channel, Jimmy.
You do the YouTube channel. Here, yeah, you know what? Here, hold on. Let me get Patrick Lovell's Truth Bombs the Con. Okay, you guys. Here is their YouTube channel. I'm going to put this in the comments as well.
Oh, goody.
That way you guys, here, let me bring this up and share screen so you all can see that this
is what we need, Jimmy, because, that's Patrick's introduction.
Yes.
Okay. This one, I'm pointing to my screen, right? Like you can see me point. The very first one, people can subscribe and set the notification bell. So anytime I publish a video, they'll be notified. Okay?
Absolutely.
They'll be notified.
I am on Claire TD's YouTube, but we are going to do that now. There you go.
All right. We got another subscriber. The YouTube audience is different from the TikTok audience, from the Twitter audience, from the Facebook audience. The YouTube audience is tends to be more serious. Okay.
Yes.
And they read I write these descriptions. Patrick and I collaborate on the descriptions and the titles for each one of our videos. Okay. And I've got all the links where people can go to, like the Pecora hearings. Who knows what the Pecora hearings were? Okay. Pecora was an attorney who fought and prosecuted crooks in Tammany Hall. Okay. So what happens? He comes in. They got these hearings going on. He comes in and continues with these hearings. He doesn't know about financial stuff or Wall Street or banks, but he knows corruption.
Right.
He knows it when he sees it. Because of the Pecora hearings, the Glass-Steagall bill was put in so that you separated banks that serve the people from investment banks or investment houses. You can't have them together. So what does Clinton do? Let's get rid of Glass-Steagall. Let's modernize. All this modernization took us on the path to deregulation, decriminalization, and desupervision. Nobody's watching. Let's get rid of the laws so that everybody can do what they want. If they're a big boy.
Yeah.
If they're a big boy.
Right.
If they're a big boy.
Yeah. And yeah.
What can I say?
Very, very similar to, the 1800s where the only people that were allowed to vote or do anything were landowners. So.
And here's what I want everybody to remember. We are imperfect people.
Yes.
We will never have paradise. No. But we know right from wrong. At least some of us do.
Yeah.
We know good from evil. Do not let these big boys piss on your head and tell you it's raining.
Yep.
Right?
Right. That's so
Wake
true.
up.
I know.
Wake
Absolutely.
up. Yell at them, Jimmy. Go yell at them, babe.
All right.
Okay.
You got it.
Listen, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Good.
I gotta go inviting people and I gotta go do things and all kind of stuff. And we'll talk about restreaming. We'll talk about the technical stuff later. Okay.
You got it. Yes. Thank you for coming. And you guys go ahead and check out the website. That way you guys can all get involved and join in on all of this. I think this is a really good opportunity for us activists to actually go and do something. So
online or in person.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right?
Yep. All views are always welcome. They're always worth it. They're appreciated. As long as one more person keeps watching, one more person keeps learning. That's all that matters.
That's right. Okay, kid, I'm gonna click the X and I'm going to leave. Roseanne's leaving a building. I'll talk to you later, babe. Thanks so much. Take care.
You. Bye. You guys, Roseanne is awesome. Tell me Roseanne's not awesome. She's such right. Let's make bankers irrelevant again. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. F it. We're going to do it live. Man, Roseanne is just the best. She is a spitfire. She is passionate. When she when she falls in love with doing something, man, that is just her life. That is I used to tell her back when she came over here and we used to hang out all the time. I'm like, Roseanne, I want to grow up to be just like you. You are like the spitting image of just the coolest lady that, somebody wants to aspire to grow up to be. Just that pure activism. Let's get out, put our feet on the ground. Let's go out and teach people. The passion of wanting to teach people, man, she's doing really good. And yeah, of course, maybe we could do both. There's always the chance of, well, that's the thing too, is like, okay, so we can have, or these people are marching at the Fed. How do we get people to do this with Congress? So find your local representative, find their phone number, like their office number. This is really hard for a lot of millennials too, is making a phone call to them every day and letting them know what your stance is on. I know it's really hard. Sometimes they don't want to listen. Sometimes they don't even, pick up the phone or ever give the thing to them. But it's kind of, I feel like that could at least do some kind of change. I know that, during this whole Roe v. Wade, there was a lot of women that were calling their Congress and saying, well, since you want to be a part of, my physical health when it comes to reproductive rights, I might as well just give you all the information, like one woman was making a joke, like, can you please ask the congressman if I'm allowed to take this birth control, if this is okay for him. So those kind of things, like definitely stepping up. Hey, you two, stop fighting. Giving your representative a call, maybe going and marching at your representative's office, even finding out where she lives. Yeah, she's definitely focused. That's what I love about Roseanne, is how passionate. She's just a spitfire, ready to go. Once she believes in something, that's just it. That's the way to go. So yeah. I wish she could have stayed a little bit longer so we can talk a little bit more, but what she did, absolutely great. I truly appreciate her. We'll definitely keep our eye out this weekend and on Tuesday and see what else we can do and how else we can show it off and get more people to want to maybe, just be a part of this part where they're just going to go and, march at the Fed, which absolutely. It is definitely good to see her. So, but yeah, I know I wish she was on a little bit longer because, there is the the difference between the Fed and the Congress. And there's obviously things that we can do for the Congress, and we can help the Congress to change. And it does feel like they are turning a blind eye to what the Fed is doing, the Federal Reserve, which they can't, pretty much create their own money in a way. So yeah. Anyways, what else do we got to talk about? Man, that was so good. I love talking to Roseanne. I miss her so much. Like a lot. I miss her a lot. My cats are going nuts. Okay. So, what can we talk about today? Let's see. We still got a few more hours, so that's great. Let's go with this woman. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I tried. I mean, I tried a little bit, but you're walking in front of the Federal Reserve right now. Are you serious? That's crazy. Well, they're going to be there on Tuesday, so definitely want to go check them out. But yeah, the whole create their own money didn't. I mean, I tried a little bit. I tried to get it in there, but yeah, no, I'm man, I've been like studying it all week and trying to figure out like, okay, how do we do this? Like how, like I understand. Yeah. I tried. Why is it? Okay, hold on. Let me switch accounts. We'll get on to the next thank you, Lana. The next subject. So I guess oh, in the New York City one. Okay. Right. Yeah, go start spit take. Just give them the finger for us really quick. Just, it's really, really quick. And then you'll be on camera for it, maybe. So there was, this was just really quick. I did not do a lot of homework because most of my homework has been, hey, you two, the boy kitties in my house right here are going buck wild. Of course, the boy kitties are. I didn't look up too many things because I've been really studying this, all the con stuff. So this week, some point, well, I don't think it happened this week, but at some point, some lady got arrested for feeding the homeless. And I guess she has been released, but this just goes to show how crappy some places are, especially like in the state of Arizona, where they have made it illegal to feed homeless. Let's watch this and then we'll talk through it.
Thornton, seen here, was arrested back in March after Bullhead City Police saw her giving food to homeless people at a public park. The city dropped criminal charges against her, but Thornton is now suing the city, claiming the law itself violates her civil rights.
Okay, well, I'm going to call my higher ups and figure out how we're going to handle this, okay?
This is police body camera footage from earlier this year, given to us by Norma Thornton's attorneys.
Very, very, very scary. I thought I was going to go to spend some time in jail.
It shows her getting put in a police car after they say she was feeding the homeless at a public park.
Still, I thought it was kind of a joke, someone playing a prank.
Turns out, Thornton was accused of breaking a Bullhead City law. The ordinance makes it illegal to take part in a food sharing event in a public park without a permit. But it's just for prepared foods, not prepackaged items like bags of chips or canned sodas.
Right.
And it states
that's what's crazy about this whole thing is that she would not have gotten in trouble for feeding homeless if she went to the store and bought prepackaged food. Yay for capitalism. Like you can't go and have your own garden, grow your own food, and make your own food to prepare and give to homeless people warm, like giving them a warm, hot meal, which is something that even, homeless people absolutely fucking deserve. They want to make sure that the only way you're able to feed the homeless is prepackaged, capitalist society type thing, like you can do a prepackaged, you just can't prepare it. Now they're saying that it's like for health and safety reasons, which I understand some people could, be poisoned and blah, blah, blah. But this woman was just trying to do a good thing, just trying to cook meals, a hot meal for people who don't actually have a hot meal. If you're homeless, I've been homeless before, and I know that being able to get some money to go to a grocery store, to get a burrito, to go to a liquor store or a gas station to use their microwave just so you can heat it up and have some warm food is probably, I wouldn't say it's very traumatizing. It's just super disheartening and it's upsetting, and it's mentally, it hurts a lot, like knowing that you have to do this kind of stuff. And having somebody offering a warm meal is kind of like, heaven sent. You're grateful and thankful and appreciative of that. But then this lady gets arrested for it because she's cooking. It's just goes to show how much the counties and cities and states actually don't care about people and homeless. It's almost like they've turned homeless people into zoo animals. It's like, don't feed the homeless kind of thing. It's such bullshit how they're treating homeless people as others. It's exactly, Lana, demeaning. Thank you very much. Yeah, Bullhead City, Arizona sucks. Oh, is that where you live? Yeah, it's really, really sad. what they did to this lady and how she's just helping out the community.
The event meets this criteria if it's for a charitable purpose. The city says this ordinance is to ensure public health and safety and to prevent trash from piling up because of food sharing events. But Thornton claims that's a mask, punishing people for helping the homeless.
Bullhead City cannot treat people like this. Norma, like everyone in this country, has a constitutional right to engage in charity.
Thornton's attorneys with the Institute for Justice filed this lawsuit against Bullhead City. The suit asks a federal judge to strike down the ordinance and prevent officials from enforcing it.
She wants to be able to go back to feeding food in the park, and she wants other people to be able to join her.
News 3 reached out to Bullhead City officials for a comment. They responded saying the ordinance is meant to ensure that prepared foods given to homeless or anyone outside a private party is safely and responsibly served. That requires a food handler's permit.
Can you believe that? A food handler's permit. So just to be able to feed homeless people, you have to have a permit. A food handler's permit, which means that you have to pay $200 to the state to be able to handle food. Obviously, like when you're working as a waitress in a restaurant, you kind of have to have that stuff. But to be able to feed homeless, you have to have all this stuff. And I'm pretty sure you need like, not only like a food handler's license, but you also have to have your food inspected too. So I just think they're just criminalizing empathy, pretty much, to me, is what it seems like. Absolutely criminalizing empathy. Like I was saying earlier, I really honestly truly think that these states and the governments are othering homeless people almost like zoo animals, which is absolutely ridiculous if you have been very close to being homeless or actually being homeless. That's it's not, this hunky-dory, happy-go-lucky experience like people think it is. It's actually disgusting, and it's like, Lana said, it's demeaning. You feel like you're not worth anything at all. You feel worthless. You feel like you can't, like you just can't catch a fucking break. It just seems like everything is piling on top, piling on top, piling on top. And it's really disheartening, especially for, mentally unstable people. And even with the basics of just dealing with like depression or anxiety, those kind of things that kind of bog down people from being able to progress in their life, and then having the homelessness on top of it. They're pretty much just striving to survive instead of thriving. So either they're surviving instead of thriving, is what my friend Daniel says. So, oh, you live in West Virginia, not Arizona. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, criminalizing empathy, charity, and solidarity absolutely is what they're doing. Corporations are legally allowed to kill you and cannot sue, yet citizens get arrested for saving each other's lives. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I mean, medical professionals, police department, they're all allowed to kill you and get away with it. But you want to, as a regular person, want to go and help save some people's lives by offering them free food or a warm meal one time. That's it. That's criminal. So, yeah. Actually, to even prove this even more about the lack of care for homeless people, Case Study QB did a really, really good, or clipped a really good little episode piece from Fox News talking about homelessness. So what he says is the five, I guess that's some people from Fox News, have a cringe conversation as they demonize the unhoused having a portable washing machine. So apparently, I guess in LA County, they're allowing these portable washing machines right here to be brought in for people who are homeless. Now, if you think about it, that's actually not a bad idea, because what's one thing that homeless people have a problem doing when they want to go out and get a job? Getting themselves clean, wearing clean clothes, looking presentable to be able to have a job. What is the county doing? Offering them pretty much just the basic. This is like not even anything, you know, astounding and surprising. Like, this is something we just should have done. You know, you should have had should make free portable washing machines everywhere. People need to clean their clothes. You're literally charging homeless people, or you're charging people to clean clothes. But these portable things, it pretty much should just be a basic necessity for these people, because they need to be able to go out and get a job too. Like, no, you're not only pounding them down to not be able to get a job because, you know, they're homeless and they have nowhere to go, especially like in an application where you have to put your address and you don't have an address. That kind of sucks. But then adding on top of it the fact that you won't even allow them to get themselves clean. Like, they're literally cleaning themselves in public restrooms and bathroom stalls and stuff, and porta potties everywhere. But you're giving them a basic necessity. And this is, you know, how Republicans on Fox News thinks about these kind of people. Let's see what you got to say really quick. Hey, stop. God, my little cat is wild right now. Hey, don't shelter the unhoused and don't feed the hungry. Help us keep the genocide going instead. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Let's see what these guys have to say.
Homeless encampments in liberal Los Angeles have a brand new amenity, working washing machines. Yes, it's true. Vagrants are setting up oversized tents and boasting about how they can steal water and electricity from the city in order to power their own street laundry service. And in California's other beleaguered liberal city, San Francisco, a widely criticized plan to build a single $1.7 million public toilet could be going down the drain. Governor Gavin Newsom threatening to withhold the funds because of the exorbitant price. Jesse's fiscal responsibility.
Yeah, that was a big primetime victory because we've been pushing hard against this toilet.
Yep,
it's going to be 3 years to complete. A single stall public restroom, not made of gold. It is a regular toilet. And it's costing about $2 million.
Outright.
See, and that's the weird thing, is like they're sitting there complaining and saying that these toilets are costing $1 million. Like, they're making it seem like they're putting in one toilet, just one, and it's costing this much money, which it's not doing. They're putting multiples. And I'm sorry, but if our state wants to help benefit the poorest of our society, instead of wasting its money on, you know, I don't know, multi-million dollar, you know, condos and in new buildings to help, you know, CEO billionaires and shit like that. Like, we're allowing rich people to get away and give them so much, but we give homeless people a fucking washing machine and a toilet, and it's like, no, this is the end of the world. We can't do this. We can't help out these people. Like, you're literally making the base of our country so low to where people can't even get themselves up to a regular floor level, you know, like and you're just keep knocking them down even more and more and more and more, to the point that they're not ever going to be able to get themselves out of that hole. And this is the mentality that they have when it comes to even people trying to get to a floor level, even with everyone else.
It's outrageous, but we're going to get that cleaned up. The situation in, was it Los Angeles?
Yeah.
You have to let people hit rock bottom, because then they bounce back up. Democrats want to make rock bottom comfortable. Yeah, stay at rock bottom.
Oh my God, I'm muted. I hate myself. Like, this guy's talking about rock bottom. Like, bro, have you ever even experienced rock bottom? Do you even know what rock bottom is? I bet you've never even had one time in your life even known what rock bottom was. And they're just sitting here judging people for being homeless. Like you're any fucking better. It's, yeah, exactly. Rock bottom. Oh my God. Yeah, it's disgusting how they're sitting here saying this stuff on national TV like it's the thing to do. And it's disgusting, because if you live and grew up in no conservative communities, this is exactly how they think. They're like, oh, poor people are disgusting. Oh, they're gross. We need to get them out of here and put them in another place. And yeah. And then this guy's like, people need to hit rock bottom because they jump back up when they hit rock bottom. No, everybody does not jump back up after rock bottom. You know how many people have died from being on rock bottom? Are you kidding me? So if you think people jump back up after rock bottom, why don't you go interview everybody over at Skid Row right now and tell me how long they've lived there and if they ever bounced back up, bro? Please tell me. This guy's mentality and thought process is just disgusting and crazy. By the way, Biden just increased sanctions on Nigeria because Nigeria and South Africa refused to sanction Russia and do the bidding of US and EU. Oh, yeah. I was watching Richard Medhurst, and he was saying some interesting stuff about what's going on with all of that yesterday. So, yeah, exactly. Fox is the scourge of the earth. These people are the biggest conveyors of climate change lies, too. Yeah. Yep. And all these mainstream medias have those their downfalls. Fox is definitely, the conservative wing of things. So whatever you think, like they don't believe in climate change. They don't believe in women's rights or voting rights, but at least, they're correct on war, which is crazy because you would think like, some Fox News people would be like anti or super for war, which a lot of Republicans are, but then they're like, Fox News is playing the anti-war, mask. And then you got CNN over there doing the same thing, but the complete opposite. They're for war, but, they're anti, what is it? They're anti, they're for women's rights, things like that. So it's like they're just playing the teeter-totter, the two sides of the same coin. So yeah, I'm not for war either. But I'm not for a massacre of people either. This is exactly. It's a huge complex issue. And that's the thing too. And that's that's the most frustrating part about this whole situation with that is how complex it is, because you got like one side only seeing a certain side of it, and then you've got the other side only seeing a certain side of it, and those people are so passionate about that side, but then it's almost like they're like an occult mentality, because when you get so involved into one side of something, you don't even look at the other side. You don't even pay attention to that. It's almost like religion, how when you're so involved in a religion that you don't even look at all the bad stuff about it and all the negative and the lies about it because you're so entrenched in it. And I think that that's what this is like these, the left-right dichotomy is very passionate on both sides, the for Russia or, for Ukraine, or Ukraine has Nazis or Russia's, invading, or it's just it's so complex and so dynamic, but people only get up to like a certain part in our history to figure out where they're going to choose to go forward with this situation, instead of looking at the whole situation and seeing everybody's fault in this whole problem that we're having right now with this war, and having everybody or holding everybody accountable that actually is responsible, instead of the Democrats blaming it on Russia and doing the whole Russia gate, and Republicans saying that every single one of the Ukraines are Nazis. So it's I agree, it's absolutely very, very, as long as you're anti-war, we're friends. And that's all that matters. Like, I don't care which side is doing what. Let's fucking end this shit. We literally just got through spending 20 years in Afghanistan for no fucking reason. And all of a sudden now we're back into another one. And as a millennial, and I know that people, the generation that's younger than me, that's all they're thinking as well in the bigger scheme of things. So as long as you're just completely anti-war, we can be friends. So yeah, it is dumb Fox News, red cult, blue cult. Exactly. It's the same, it's two sides of the same coin. So I have a question. Do not take it wrong, but what is the difference between what Israel is doing to the Palestinians versus what Russia is doing to Ukrainians? What's the difference? Well, From what I can gather, there is a little bit of a difference because Ukraine and Russia are still separate. They're still their own countries compared to like Israel. What's happening in Israel and the Palestines is that the Jewish people got put in Israel and now they're just taking over in that area, apartheiding Palestinians into little sections to where they can't leave. Russia is just fighting for, it's still, Ukraine is, wanting to keep its independence and stuff, but it's fighting for a little area. That's all it's doing. I know that Russia doesn't want full Ukraine. It wants its area up to the river, like the Donbass regions and stuff. And what it is that America or NATO is like wanting to add Ukraine into NATO and then keep pushing it up towards the border of Russia, to where like if I think Kit or somebody was saying it yesterday, it's kind of like the Cuban Missile Crisis where, what if Russia ended up putting, or it not, I'm not exit Cuban Missile Crisis. What if Russia decided to put all of its military and weapons and things like that on the border of Canada, and then wanted to keep pushing down and down and down. And that's kind of what I feel like what NATO is doing with Ukraine and Russia, is that they're just keep pushing and pushing and pushing it. And Russia's like, no, you guys promised this a long time ago that you wouldn't expand NATO, that you wouldn't do this. And now you're doing it, which is what America does, is break our promises. And so now Russia's like, no, I'm not going to tolerate this. You guys can't keep doing this to me. You guys are not, pretty much all these big countries are like, you're not the king of the world anymore. We're fucking done with your bullying bullshit. And Russia's one of the first people to do it. It more seems like in Israel and Palestine, it's like the bunch of people got put into this area, and now they're telling people of color, like, no, you're not worth anything. This is our holy land. We had this. You guys don't get this anymore. So you guys are all, can be killed and put to, are nobodies. So I think that's where there's a little bit of a difference. It's obviously still a form of like a, cooing a country in a different way. It's just white on white crime instead of, cooing and doing that to countries of color. So I think that's a little bit of a, okay, so how to end it? That's a hard thing. That's something that I've been thinking about for a good minute now. Like, what is the solution? And what's crazy to me is that I just heard this morning, Putin is wanting to, end this stuff. He's willing to do peace talks. And then I watched Democracy Now! This morning and watched a couple other news things this morning to get some, the other side opinions on it. And they're not even saying that he's doing that. They're like, Putin is saying that he's done and he's getting ready to use whatever nukes possible that he has, in his arsenal, not admitting the fact that Putin never wanted to use his nukes in the first place. It was us that keeps going and threatening him. And then he was saying, I will use this if you do this first. So that's not him saying, I'm going to do this to you, which is how we're, our media is taking it and putting it out there. I don't know how to end this. I really don't. There's got to be some kind of peace talks. There's got to be something. And we need to stop bullying. We need to stop pushing our shit forward. We need to stop acting like we're the big, the most popular in the school ground when it comes to world politics. I think that we just need to realize that we're not the superpower of the world. So, and I think I heard Putin this morning saying that this is the new world order that America wanted back in the day, and that they're just continuing to do it. So, if you listen to the hold on, nukes, marry love, fuck war, kill nukes. There we go. Putin said that Ukraine is Russian territory. I think it's only up to the Donbass area, and I'm pretty sure if he's saying that now, it's just because of the way that NATO is expanding, and he's like, I'm just not going to take this shit anymore. I mean, Putin hasn't done shit, and all we've done in the last 4 to 5 years is do the whole Russiagate. Like, ever since Hillary lost, it's like Russiagate. And Russia's never done anything, and then all of a sudden we hear we wanted to expand NATO to Ukraine, and then this is when it started. This is when this whole like back and forth between them has gone on. So I think we just need to step back and stop trying to be strong like a Ukrainian. How do we know what Russia wants? Listen to Putin. That's it. You just go over to Russia television news and other news stations and listen to Putin. That's all you have to do. You want to know what they want, you listen to them. Don't listen to MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, and what they're telling you over here, because what they're telling you over here is going to be biased towards Americanized politics and thought process. You need to hear what they're saying, so that way you know the back and forth that's going on. If you're hearing one side of the story, you've got to hear the other side of the story and then come to your own conclusion on what you think is happening between the two. Or else these two are just going to be like, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, back and forth until something bad's going to happen, which is going to end up being a nuclear war, and we're all going to die anyway. So, yeah. I would say just listen to what Putin has to say, and we can obviously get to see what Russians want. You saw a guy on Twitter wait, you saw a guy say that on Twitter as a way of resisting Elon Musk. Okay. Be strong like a Ukrainian. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There is, Israel is definitely doing a type of genocide. And, yeah. And what's crazy too is like they're saying, somebody who was saying it, Ilhan Omar yesterday was like talking about how there's bodies everywhere in Ukraine. Like, do they not know that Ukrainians were killing off their own people for a while there too? Like that whole Donbass area is been a battle zone for a really long time, and Ukrainians are fighting their own people out there as well. And so how does Ilhan Omar know that those bodies that she hasn't even found, it's the media showing these? How does she know that it's the Russians that did that and it's not the Ukrainians that did that themselves? Because Ukrainians are killing off their own people too in this kind of like a civil type war. So I asked a question. Dang, peace talks good if he stops this psychotic bull, but America is the bull. Our New York street just proves it right there. There's a bull statue right there. So I think that we're more of the psychotic bull than anything. And I'm not saying that Putin is a great leader. Obviously, no leaders in any country is really that great anyway, because that's just how it is. But I don't see Russia as the initiator in all of this at all. I see America as the initiator, which I see America as an initiator in a lot of things when it comes to co-opting governments and trying to take over things. So, I mean, this is a new world order type thing that our country has been trying to succeed at since the 60s and 70s. So how do we know what Ukraine wants? Zelensky. I mean, all you got to do is listen to Zelensky. What does he want? He wants more weapons, more ammunition, more money, more troops on the ground. That's what he wants. He wants to fight more. We just got to listen to Zelensky. Did you see him this morning too? Apparently he's like, while Putin is talking publicly about wanting to do peace talks and ending this, Zelensky is standing out in the middle of his town square area that has no electricity, and he's like, we're without electricity because this and this, and we need to keep fighting and blah blah blah. Like, that's really great, dude. Really great. Just showing it reminded me like last week when we were talking about his little green screen stuff. Like, he does these things in front of places that make him look like he's more desperate and needy than what he actually is. It's more like, the show that he's putting on to get people to, fight for Zelensky. It's wild to me. Yeah. That people actually, are sitting there falling for it. Like, so you don't have any electricity. I had no electricity the other day. So, people go like without electricity here all the time when there's been rolling blackouts. So yeah. Right, we're as propagandized as anyone in any authoritarian country. Yeah. Right. So RT is as propagandized as MSNBC, but we still need to get both sides of the story, you know? Even if RT is propagandized, they're still the only news source that is putting Putin's speeches, like his actual speeches, up for us to listen to and hear. And, you know, they transcribe it so that way we can hear it in English as well. They're the only ones that are doing it. You know, it's very few organizations that are doing it. Us here in America and our newses, we're not hearing that at all. We're not hearing a single piece of what Putin is saying. We're just hearing the beginning of our own news show saying Putin is saying this, this, and this, and here's how we're going to react to it. I just watched MSNBC with Lester Holt last night, and that was the first thing he said last night, was something like that. And it's like, okay, where's Putin saying this? Like, nobody's even asking. It's like these people watch Lester Holt and they're like, oh, okay, this is what Putin's saying and this is what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to listen to you, instead of saying, wait, what did Putin say? And then go and find what Putin actually said. That's what we need to do. So yeah, exactly. We're a lost species. We're fucking lost. I know. Dude, I was sitting here yesterday after the show was over, and like I was downloading the video of this and like doing a little cleanup right here in my little area. And I was like, yo, this nuclear war is so close, feels so close and so real, that what if this was the last thing I was doing before a nuke hit? And I sat there and I thought about that, and I was like, how many other people are thinking this right now? And how necessary is it for us to think this, and how unnecessary it is for us to think this in 2022? How ridiculous is it that we're like, you know, that us as a human species right now could sit here and think, while we're just doing basic everyday stuff, thinking this could be our last thing we do. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But I feel like we need to get the Gen Z mentality and be like, all right, shit's gonna end. We're dead. Oh well. That's what I kind of like envy the Gen Z mentality, because they're like, they know apocalypse is coming. They just don't give a fuck. They're like, let's just fucking do it while, you know, before it ends. And I really love that about the Gen Z generation. Yeah, exactly. There could have been diplomacy months ago, but the U.S. pressured Ukraine not to. Yeah. And now Zelensky's got all this power and all this money and all these weapons. He doesn't want to get rid of it. He's like, yeah, I like this shit. So while we're still suffering, you know, I may not agree with everything, but that is why we are absolutely, I appreciate you, Environmental Coffee House. It's good to see you here. I've never seen you in my show before, so thank you. Exactly. If we're in an echo chamber, what good is that? Absolutely. If you would want to come on sometime and talk about this, I would love that. I love open discussions about this kind of stuff, because I'm always down to learn new things. I'm always down to, you know, have healthy conversations and debates, differences of opinions. It's literally some of my favorite things to talk about. That's why I'm still friends and still very close with my family members who are all Trump supporters, is because how am I ever going to get the other side of opinions and the other side of explanations and thought process if I don't listen? So I'm always down. I always have a listening ear. If you want to come on here and talk some more about this, I am super down for that. That would be so much fun. So yeah, she put the ill in Ilhan. I can't believe that video yesterday. That made me so upset. To see that. Yeah, it was really gross. Omar even brought up the debunked mass grave narrative. Yeah, exactly. This is not an echo chamber. I hate this. I'm about to ban you right now. Okay, you better be kidding. I was going to say, bro, you're about to be blocked on YouTube right now. No one hates Halloween. Well, Roseanne apparently hates Halloween. I think my kid hates it too. So exactly. You don't know the seriousness of Halloween, Les Bones. Fuck. I know that the whole New World Order definitely reminds me of the QAnon thing. But it's hard because it seems like the QAnon people and the Illuminati conspiracy theorists have kind of usurped a lot of the words to where we feel like we can't use them. But I know for a fact that we're to this day still using the word New World Order. I swear I was just watching the news and some sorry some politician was talking about the New World Order. He literally said those words, New World Order. So without thinking of the, the taking over of the QAnons of those words, politicians and elites are still using it as a term to coup d'etat and implement puppet, leaders and what they call quote unquote liberating other countries and continents. So don't look at it as the QAnon conspiracy theorist way of thinking, because it's almost like they're kind of on the right track and then they just do like a quick right turn. There is a type of New World Order that is trying, this globalization type thing. But it's not like the whole world is going to be ran by one person like QAnon says, because these powers in these countries are not going to give that up to one person. Just not going to happen. I know that America's trying to make it like that, but it's not going to happen. So there is a truth to the term New World Order, but the QAnons definitely kind of like took a whole right turn on that when they were almost down, they were down that path, down that right path. And that's a lot of things that the QAnon and the conspiracy Illuminati people do anyway, too, is like, they'll be down the right path of explaining something and then they'll just take that hard right turn and you're just like, whoa, you went way out there with that. Like I was with you on a certain part, but holy shit, kind of thing. So yeah, I know I have defied Halloween gods. Right. Why would Zelensky even want this if the Ukrainians were not attacked? Right. The Ukrainians on the Donbass border over there by the river were attacked by Russians, but it wasn't out of nowhere. NATO, which is North Atlantic Trade Organization, a bunch of countries that get together so that way if one of them gets hurt, they all come for the help of each other, wanted to add Ukraine to NATO. They were expanding NATO. Now, they had already promised Russia a long time ago that they would never expand NATO to Russian borders. They are doing that now. What would you think America would do if Russia decided to take over Canada and bring its weapons to American borders? We would freak the fuck out and start fighting Canada, because we would think that Russia and Canada were trying to take over America and ruin it. NATO being on the Russian border with Ukraine and wanting to add Ukraine to NATO is causing that to happen for them. They are fighting to keep themselves safe, to not have weapons of mass destruction on their border facing towards them at all times. That's all they want. They don't want Ukraine to be added into NATO because they don't want their borders tampered with. They don't want their borders unsafe. Now it's gotten a little bit further because there's been tit for tats and all this other stuff, my dick's bigger than yours kind of thing with these dudes, these white dudes with nukes. Of course, it's upped its ante, but that's pretty much how it started out. If you've listened to it, at least like a minute of Putin, you would hear this kind of stuff coming out of his voice. He doesn't want this, and he's been pretty steady and saying the same thing about this whole time. It's just when we watch MSNBC, we're not getting that. They're taking like a 2-second snippet of what he says and making that his whole speech and the truth, when it's not that. There was a whole speech in front and after what he said right there. Like they'll say, Putin says we will use nukes. But then if you go and watch Putin's speech, he'll say, if you guys use nukes first, we will have no choice but to use nukes again. But all the MSNBC does is say, Putin says we'll use nukes. And that's that misinformation that we're getting, that a lot of people are so for Ukraine and putting Ukraine colors on their profile pictures, not understanding the actual full situation. So that's how at least I see it. at least how I see it. I could be wrong. I could be right. You know, I don't live Putin's life. I'm not in his cabinet. I'm not in Biden's cabinet. I don't live Biden's life. I don't know exactly, but at least from my own personal research, this is the conclusion that I have come to, at least. So, and it's so funny is like normally I normally have like 5 or 6 people watching me and it's so cool, but then like I sit here and start talking about Russia and stuff and I'm like, there's 11 people watching me right now. I'm in so much trouble. Somebody's going to clip this out and I'm going to get hated on today and I don't want to because I'm just stating my opinion. I promise this is just an opinion. So New World Order reminds me of Woman Crush Wednesday. Is that what WCW is Woman Crush Wednesday? Right. Humans are always going to fight till climate chaos takes us out. Guess I'm a doomer. You know, after what's been going on with our progressive politicians, our quote unquote supposedly progressive, you know, Congress members, Ilhan Omar, AOC, and stuff like that. I think after yesterday, it kind of set in stone for me that I'm pretty much like, how am I going to sit here and talk solutions and try to help people figure it all out when it's all, you're right, it's like it's all doom and gloom now to me. It feels like, you know, we had a little bit of hope with like Ilhan and AOC at first, and now it's just they have totally turned around and have become a full-on career politician. And how else are we supposed to think as Americans? You know, how else are we supposed to process all of this? And yeah, I feel like I need to start being more doom and gloom because of all of this, and I hate it because I'm always trying to look for solutions and ways for people to get out of things, and it just really feels like there's no way out. As a single human being, there's no way that we can get out of this. It's disheartening and it sucks and I hate it. Okay, you look for all 4 sides. We stick to climate chaos, what we know. Yeah, I absolutely love talking about climate change and all that stuff. So you don't like Putin. You're not hide this. He wants to destroy the melting Arctic with the Russian Silk Road. Okay. Plus, he started this, and now we can't collaborate with Russian scientists who are amazing. My heart hurts for the children. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you. NAFO. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about NAFO too recently. There's like some kind of fellas thing or whatever. Every time they say New World Order, it makes me think of the Eminem song, Lose Yourself. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime you want to come and talk some more. Like I said, this is just my opinions on things. So make me king as we move toward a new world order. Yeah. NATO plus IMF privatization of Ukraine resources. Yeah, it's our MO. Absolutely. Who are you? I'm sorry you had to die. That was a baby spider. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to lose you, so you just had to die. Thank you. I remind you of your daughter. Good. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. I don't hold hopium either. I do harbor some faith in the system of local voting. We can control local issues, and I will vote blue here in Western New York because I need to keep the frackers out. Yeah, my issue. And see, that's where it's hard on my area because I live in California, and with the whole fracking thing, I've even come to realize that Democrats don't even stop fracking. I mean, look, John Fetterman this week said that he supports fracking. I personally have been battling it out with Dianne Feinstein and Barbara Boxer about offshore oil drilling off the shores or off the coast of California since I was in 11th or 12th grade. I believe my senior year in my econ class, we were asked to write letters to 2 politicians, and I chose, I believe, Barbara Boxer and George Bush, our president. Barbara Boxer, I wrote her a letter about ending offshore oil drilling. And then George Bush, I wrote him a letter about not going into war because of 9/11. I'm a 9/11 kid. 9/11 happened when I was a sophomore in high school. So this was 2 years afterwards. And so that was what I decided to choose, was to let Bush know to not go into war, and to let Barbara Boxer know that we and Dianne Feinstein know that we need to stop offshore oil drilling. So I mean, even Democrats are doing offshore oil drilling and fracking. I was just went to the store this week, and some man, you know how like they have people standing outside of stores having you sign petitions? There was a man having people sign petitions, and his petition was to stop fracking in certain specific areas of our county. And the words he used was, "We don't want fracking in our back door or in our backyard." And to me, that reminded me of the DAPL, the North Dakota Access Pipeline, where the rich people were saying, "We don't want this in our backyard, so let's move it over to the poor area and dig it and put those pipes in that area." And that's what it seemed like to me that this guy was doing at the store, was trying to get people to sign it to the rich areas. And so I started a conversation with him, like, what are you going to do about the oil drills over on the 14 freeway over by Six Flags Magic Mountain? There's literally these oil fracking machines in people's backyards, and it's a rich area too. So I'm thinking, like, are you guys trying to move it from there to a more poor area? I even asked the guy, like, where are you wanting to move this oil fracking areas to? Like, do you know specifically? And he's like, just outside of schools, not near schools and parks and residential areas and blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. What about unincorporated areas like where I live? What are you going to do about that? So it's still going. There's still people that are definitely wanting to frack, which is nuts to me. And it seems like there are some Democrats that are definitely for that as well. So oh yeah, Feinstein should retire, for fuck's sake. I know. Yeah, Fetterman is in PA, fracking haven. He has to play the game to change the game. I don't see, that's where my doom and gloom comes in. Like I was saying, this whole, the play the game to change the game. We had that opportunity, just as Dems, Ilhan Omar, like I was just saying, AOC, those were those people that we voted, that we helped get into office. We phone banked, we canvassed, we held live videos, and people I knew interviewed her while she was running for office. That was the infiltration of the Dems to try to change them. But then look at what's happening now. They haven't done anything at all. Even when they had the super majority and they were a majority in Congress, they still didn't do anything. And now they're wanting us to vote blue again in November so that they can fix the things that they didn't fix then. It's almost like they were like, oh, we're going to let Supreme Court ruin Roe v. Wade and overturn it. And then we're going to use it to get people to vote in November, instead of, oh, we've got 2 more months before Congress, or before SCOTUS is going to overturn Roe v. Wade. We should codify this into law now. That would have given me more reason to vote. Even I'm never going to vote blue or red party ever, but it still would have given me a little bit more reason to kind of say, okay, you guys have a little bit of a chance to kind of, get some people's votes, if you would have codified that into law back when you had the chance. It's like they're purposely not doing things to get people to vote for them again so they can just win. It's the party politics. It's winning for them. That's all it seems like they care about now. I'm sounding so doom and gloom today. I'm blaming Warren for this. Yeah, the Republicans play the game. Democrats definitely do too. They lie about everything. Yeah, I am discouraged. This DNC sucks biscuits. Absolutely. Hi, Pratik. Why? Wait, what? Why now all the U.S. presidents are Canadian? Wait. Are you trying to say Canadian? What presidents are Canadian? I want to know which one of our presidents has been Canadian. I thought you can only be president if you were born in the United States. I'm blaming it on you. Yeah, blue screw, no matter who. Uh-huh, absolutely. Fracking in football corruption video. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Oh, comedians. Okay. Why now all of our US presidents are comedians. Got it. I thought you said Canadian. Sorry. I'm telling you guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, comedians. I know. I know. Speaking of comedians, you guys see Aaron Matei on Jimmy Dore show? So fucking funny to hear him because it's definitely not comedic as we would, obviously because Aaron Matei is not really known for his comedy. He's more of a serious journalist. But it's really funny to see him on there trying to say some jokes, and then he's got that other guy on there who's like making all the jokes for him. And then he'll laugh and then he'll get all serious again. Comedian. He's trying though. Aaron is definitely trying. So here, let's continue watching. Totally got off track. Thank you for that. I need a little bit of conversation. You saw an infographic map of places in the US affected by fracking. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot. Let me see if I can. I'll share my screen here and we'll look that up. Places affected by fracking. Images, maybe? There we go. I mean, here's some areas that are affected by fracking. Obviously, there's, this is where I live right here. So, and even right here, like, see how there's like this little bottom area right here? So there's a place out in LA County, like not fully northern LA County, but kind of northern LA County, over by like Simi Valley and stuff like that. There's a place over there where my friends live, and there was gas leaks. This whole like area right here had like some fracking areas, and I guess some of them leaked. And there was a whole thing about it on the news where like they were telling people to stay in their house, like, having problems breathing because of it. That thing is still leaking to this day. It's still going over there. They still haven't done jack shit for that place. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and go work on your show. Thank you for stopping by. If you send me the link on Facebook Messenger, I'll have us share it as well, so that way we can watch you too. So that would be fun. You just posted the link. Okay. Democrats and Republicans, burn it all down. Stop writing Santa Claus. Stop voting. It doesn't matter. NSA, CIA, FBI are rolling on the floor laughing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely, the way a lot of people are starting to think, for sure. I personally can never stop voting just because I really love to vote. And I have not been allowed to vote. I used to be a felon and didn't think that it was fair that I couldn't vote because of that. So to me, voting is just kind of like something I enjoy doing. So yeah, lots of contaminated water from fracking. Absolutely. And then all the good water that they're doing out here, or that we have out here in California, we're allowing Nestle to steal it for practically nothing on expired licenses. So it's wild. Voting in local elections perceivably matter in certain jurisdictions. Yeah, I definitely do like the propositions and stuff. I like to vote for the propositions just because sometimes some of those props are absolutely wild to me. Or like right now in California, I think we've got a proposition about allowing gambling, which is crazy. There was another proposition where they're like trying to bait and switch. They're one side is saying that we need to make dialysis machines more safe. So they need like professionals to be around dialysis machines. And then another side is saying they're trying to get rid of a lot of the dialysis machines because of wanting to have, specific people that are specifically trained only for dialysis machines instead of, nurses and things like that can help as well. So they're like, they're going to get rid of a lot of dialysis machines. The propositions out here, man, the bait and switches and stuff like that is crazy. I know Sabby was going through some of her propositions yesterday in her local area, which I think would be really, yes, bye. Thank you for coming by. I think that would be really, really cool to see the different propositions in other places. It's just, I wouldn't want to do it on my own because like, I would feel like I would be leaving out all the rest of the other states as well too. But yeah, for sure. Good morning, Rolling Raw. Happy Friday. Good to see you. I love your picture, the Eye of Raw with your Rolling Raw. That's very, very cool. I think I've seen you on Nikki's stream, actually. So good to see you over on Twitch. Freaking awesome. Oh, I was supposed to be on Rockfin today, but I guess I didn't press the live button. Oops, I forgot to do that. That's not good. Oh, you're a mod on Nikki's stream. Aw, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. It is really cool to see you over here too. Nikki's one of my favorites, so I love her to death. She's a sweetheart. And she's rocking it over on Twitch. That girl is getting it. Just shows that work does pay off, you know, absolutely pays off. So thank you. We are actually, I keep getting sidetracked talking about Russia and Ukraine war, but what we were talking about, or what we were watching, which is this right here. Case Study QB did a little clipped up video about how Fox News loves the homeless. They just love them. They love the homeless. They just want to see them get better in life, you know. Wow. They're complaining about tents, how, you know, if people bring in tents, then that's more permanent housing right there for those people. Like, you think these people really want to buy a tent and live in a tent? I'm pretty sure they want a fucking house with a bathroom, you know, a bed. Did I do it with no sound again? Oh, no. Oh, you know what? I forgot to present it in that other way. Man, sometimes this thing still gets to me, I swear. Okay, so they were saying, here, hold on.
More permanent, basically, you're basically.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
they're talking about how having tents there is more of, it'll turn it into a permanent housing area, but people don't want, you know, to live in a tent. It's not like, you know, what we've always hoped and dreamed of. You know, it's not like we want to go camping and live in a camping thing every day. Like after day 3 or 4, you're gonna want a fucking shower. You know, you're gonna want your own bed. I remember, like I was saying earlier, when I was homeless, there was one thing I do, like, okay, I remember a lot from being homeless. But the one thing I do remember the most was sitting laying in the passenger seat of my car, my old ass beater upper that I was living in. And what was really cool was, like, I lived in the high desert, and you know, there's mountains and stuff over there, and I would drive up the little mountain trails just to kind of, you know, get away from the people, not in housing neighborhoods and stuff like that. And at nighttime I could see the whole town of what they call Antelope Valley, California, Lancaster, Palmdale, Roseman, all of that. And I remember there was multiple nights when I'd be sleeping and laying in my car looking out at the rest of the town. And the one thing that I was super upset about more than anything else was every person that has every light that's on pretty much out in that city right now is a person with a bed. And that was the hardest part for me, was the fact of knowing that no matter how hard I tried, I mean, I had 2 jobs at the time. So no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get a bed, just something comfortable to sleep in at night instead of having to lay back the seat of my car and sleep in that. And that was the hardest thing for me. And so when these people say things like this, like they're setting up permanent housing in tents and stuff, these people make it seem like this is something that they want to do, like they chose the camping life and this is what they want to do forever. This is not something that we choose to do, and it's not something that we want. And it's not like we don't strive and hunger and need for something a little bit better in our lives while we're experiencing that stuff. And that's what pisses me off about a lot of these conservatives when they say that kind of stuff, is like, how are you going to think that this is something that we want permanently? Because if you even experienced it just a little bit, you would know that people that are homeless, they just want a bed. They want somewhere warm. They want a shower. It's the simplest, most basic things that they want that should be offered to human existence anyway. So,
toilet in San Francisco. I want to know. I wish I were the DA in San Francisco. I want to know how much corruption, how many people got paid off. Who got paid off to approve it at the zoning board? Who got paid off to approve the bid? Who got the bid? Who's getting the plumbing? Who's getting this contract? I mean, I would love it. Just let me do one case. That's an outrage. All right, now back to what was your question?
How many homeless people in your area, and where do they live and do all their activities? In my area, I live in the mountains. So it's not very, I mean, we do have homeless up here. The thing is they'll live up here during the summertime. There's a select few. I'm pretty sure from the ones that at least I know up here, we've got a couple of them, at least 4 or 5 homeless people in the mountains. But during the winter time, like right about now, they'll start going down to the bottom of the hill. So the bottom of the mountain, there's a park right there. And that's where a lot of them live, is in that park at the bottom of the mountain. They've set up a lot of tents, a lot of things to live right there. And I don't even know how many are down in the city. I live close to LA County. I live in the next county over to LA County. So we've got Skid Row, out here, where I'm in Southern California. You've got San Diego, you've got LA, you've got San Bernardino, you've got the Antelope Valley, you've got Apple Valley, you've got all these areas that is just full of it's insane how many homeless people there are. If you go on YouTube and you look up the type in Skid Row or homeless encampments in LA County, you'll see they're everywhere. I personally have tons and tons of pictures that I've taken myself, and that my husband has taken of being down there all the time for work. And I like to go down to like Santee Alley or Olivera Streets. It's like the fashion district or the Mexican districts. I like to go to the little shopping districts that are down there to help, support small businesses and things like that. I've paid like $35 for a fake Gucci purse from them. So, those are really fun. I enjoy helping those people out, but there are a lot of homeless people, a lot. And I mean, to be, 100 completely % honest, I have a couple of friends that are there too. So it's not fun, knowing that you have friends that are there living in that life without, not by their choice, and you don't see a lot of good things when you're down there. I had a friend who lives down in Skid Row and told me that she got off the bus one day, and right there at the bus stop, there was a person laying at the bus stop. And so she thought that it was just, a homeless guy that was sleeping. And she went down to wake him up to let him know that the bus was there and he wasn't alive. So, it's not healthy and conductive for the human mentality and the human sanity to be in that and live that and experience that. not only for like just my friend who experienced it, but for that man that was there at, you know, passing or that had passed away at the bus stop. Just shouldn't happen. It's just wrong. You know, a lot of them out there, it's a lot easier for them to you know, get the drug that they want, or you know, any kind of money that they get to buy alcohol, because those things take away hunger. They don't make you hungry, and they help you to forget a lot of things that are going on in your life. It's kind of like a pause button on life in your head, you know. And when you're living that experience, it's really hard to not think about how much it sucks. And, you know, laying your head to go to sleep at night, you know, on a concrete ground, knowing your stomach fucking hurts, not only just because of food and hunger, but because of stress, and knowing, you know, what if this person that's walking down the street right here in front of me is, you know, going to kill me and steal my stuff. They're always living in a constant state of fear, not only from people that live there as well, but from the police officers, you know, rehoming them, saying that you guys can't be here. You know, people come into LA, like really famous people come into LA, and they'll, like what they did with the whole Trump thing, you know, they moved people out of the way and not allowed any protesters near, just so Trump can take a picture of him with the Bible. They do the same thing. People come out to LA and they're like, oh, we're having an event at this park, you know, I don't know, La Brea Park. And they move all the homeless out. Like, they're like, you guys got to move. You can't come here. People are coming in, you know, and it's like, where do you want these people to go? Like, they're already fucking homeless and already don't know what to do with their lives. And they probably just started making a little bit of a schedule to live in this area. Now you're just going to uplift them. So it's a really, really bad out here in Southern California. It's sad. A lot more than you definitely would think. But there's really cool people on YouTube as well. There's what is it called? Invisible People, I believe, on YouTube. And he actually goes around and interviews the people out at Skid Row and in LA County. So that way you can hear their stories. These human beings have stories of why they're homeless. And it's really, it's disheartening to hear them talk about it, but at least you can start empathizing with the people that are experiencing it, instead of looking at them as others, like these people over here are doing wherever this area, except for like what these people are doing, which is othering them, making them feel like they're zoo animals. So I think the homeless should apply for asylum from U.S. persecution. Yeah. Maybe they'd get to keep their tents. Yeah, absolutely. The whole criminalizing tents. Like, are you kidding me? Like, they're like making camping illegal. It's absolutely nuts to me that they're doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, I'm absolutely. Yeah, for sure. You know, if anybody ever, you know, if anybody knows some people that need somewhere to, you know, got a tent and need somewhere to stay, there are some really amazing places around here that a lot of the cops don't even go to, that you can get away with sleeping and camping and tenting up. So we've got really pretty hot springs over here, where I know, like, if anyone ever asks, like, hey, I'm homeless and I need somewhere to go, like, there's like 20 miles this way right here, there's hot springs, and I'll bring you some food. So, what are reasons for becoming homeless? Due to less opportunities or any other reasons? Is anyone helping them? There's no help at all for these people down in like LA County. If anything, like I said, they get moved away from their area. They criminalize camping. They make it illegal to camp. The only ones that are really helping down there are these, you know, small little volunteer nonprofit organizations that are gathering up food and supplies and stuff for homeless people and helping them out with that. So, you know, like in little, you know, little baggies, little to go help baggies, you know, with this, you know, certain things like toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, or, you know, some food, some, you know, bars. But that's the problem of it is like, they're only getting that stuff from donations from people instead of, you know, the government helping, which they should be, because, you know, they're citizens of this country as well and need the help as well. So, but then we've got problems like these conservatives who just think that, you know, they're zoo animals. So
okay, well, on the encampments, I think you made the point
they have
that you
to change the law.
because tents are there. We're lucky in New York that it's against the law and they enforce it.
Yes. It's
You hear that?
What?
They're lucky in New York because it's against the law and they enforce it. They're lucky. You, as a blonde white woman, might be lucky, Karen, but I'm glad that you don't even empathize a single smidgen about anybody else's lives other than how you are lucky. Fuck you. I hope you get herpes.
Excuse me.
Sure.
You can get them. You can get them for criminal, not stolen property, for using the electricity, the water. You can prosecute them for that unless they have permission from the municipality. They can't use that water, that electricity.
Because that's just another way to steal from the taxpayers.
If you look at these kind of like, these nice public bathrooms, within months they're destroyed. And they're destroyed by the homeless.
Because the homeless have nowhere to get themselves better. You are literally offering them nothing and punishing them more. Why? How do you think, man, the elitism of these people and the narcissism and the lack of empathy and the I'm better than you because I have more money, unfettered capitalism mentality is fucking disgusting. It's sickening, it's disheartening, and I'm sorry, but as a regular human being, I think that this guy is more gross and should be belittled even more than homeless people. He's disgusting.
And in a clumsy way, Jesse touched on it.
You can say that about pretty much everything.
This idea of compassion.
You see how he does it? Like he's all like sitting back and his legs are all out. Like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm saying this and I'm the coolest person saying, fuck off. Disgusting. Unhuman.
Creates this problem. It's false compassion. It's a phony virtue signal, and it prevents the necessary steps that are needed to get these people off the street. So their idea of compassion is
getting people off the streets is to do that is to help them, not punish them. You keep punishing persons more and more and more, they're just going to get even more depressed and probably unalive themselves. You're not helping anyone. This guy is yuck.
Languishing on the street, overdosing, becoming victims of violence, turning tricks, whatever it is. We have to understand that affordable housing and shelters is not going to help for people who choose to live outside society. The only thing we can do is create an area where they can live outside society.
Well, actually, my way wasn't.
Wow. We need to create an area where they can live outside of society. Does that sound like apartheid to anybody? Because it really feels like apartheid. Yeah, it does. It feels like an apartheid. So they're literally trying to separate us, or separate themselves from homeless people and putting them on the outskirts of society so that way they don't have to look at them anymore and they can think their life is great, their life is wonderful, and that whole out of sight, out of mind thing, you put these homeless people on the outskirts where they're not part of your society. We don't ever have to see them. And then we can keep thinking that, the base floor is where we want it to be. And everybody is just above that. Not even including the fact that, there's people even lower on the floor than that. And you just sent them outside of fucking society to where you don't have to look at them. Exactly, you guys. Miguel and Go Start, red fucking flag. Big time. It's seriously gross to me how these guys are actually saying this out loud. That's what's wild to me is they're saying this part out loud.
Concise. After listening to your explanation.
Carol, would you like to talk about the toilet or the wash machine?
Talk about your family history.
Look, I'm torn on this too. I mean, I think we all, no one wants anyone to be homeless, and I don't think anyone is wanting to live on the street. No one has said that.
I think people
do want to live.
I thought I unmuted. One fucking guy that has a decent opinion on how this goes and literally kind of speaks the truth. These people do not want to be homeless. That's absolutely the fucking truth. And the rest of the table just starts attacking him, saying, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Bitch, have any of you been homeless? I bet none of them have ever been homeless. So how do you know what a homeless person is going through unless you've actually been fucking homeless? Have you ever talked to a homeless person? Do you even know a homeless person? Because you ask just one of them, and they're going to tell you that they don't want this. But these people seem to think, oh, yeah, no, they chose this life. They want it. They want to be able to be on the streets and do drugs and yeah, exactly, Miguel. And they fucking laugh about it. They fucking laugh. It's disgust. Thank you, Case Study QB. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Exactly. Nobody wants to live on the streets. This is such propaganda from mainstream media. Right, yeah. They do like to live on the streets. Yeah, that's exactly here. I'll even I'll rewind it a little bit so you guys can hear.
People do want to live on the street.
I talk to them.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Well, I know I don't, and I don't know anybody that's
because you're normal.
Right, but I think they're normal people who fall into hard times. This is.
Do you hear what she said? He said, I don't want to be homeless. I know if I was, I wouldn't want to be. And she said, because you're normal. She is literally otherizing homeless people, humans, human life, real humans with brains and experiences and thoughts and life. And she's saying that they're not normal. So does that make me not normal? Because I'm normal in my own way. And what is normal? What's normal? Your conservative nuclear family, woman stays in the kitchen behind the counter and the man goes to work every day and the woman is, behind the man and all this 1930s bullshit. Is that your idea of normal? Because that's not normal. Sorry. You can't, these people think their process, their thoughts are the right ones and everyone else is wrong, and then if some guy on here says, well, I wouldn't want this, they're like, oh, because you're not like them, you're normal. How fucking dare her? How dare her? Exactly. Aren't they human? Fucking anchors, man.
Not the answer.
That's not what Tommy's got to wash and dry. No.
All I'm saying is this is not the answer to this problem. And Los Angeles passed a tax increase on its wealthiest residents a few years ago to help build housing, and they've only built like 3,000 units, and they're spending $500,000 a unit.
Yep.
This is something that is ridiculous. It's absurd. No, I agree.
Yeah.
So we had to figure out. We talked about this.
So their local government's getting a bunch of money to help subsidize housing for poor and homeless people, and they're not doing it. How is that homeless people's fault? Please answer me. How the fuck is that a homeless person's fault? That sounds like to me that your local government doesn't give a shit about its homeless people and only wants to capitalize and make money on whatever they can sell and make and sell and make and then sell. They don't care about homeless people, and then they blame everything on them. This guy had the right idea, and then he fucking just did that right turn like I was talking about. Like I said, they start off on that road and then beep, right fucking turn, man.
This around the table, figure out an answer, and let's try our hardest, because there's probably 2 or 3 answers. People who are looking at my phone.
Who's calling? All right, the fastest is up next.
It's so disgusting and disheartening to me to hear this kind of stuff. So thank you, Case Study QB, for that. See what the comments have to say. Talking heads. Oh, wait.
Homeless encampments in liberal Los Angeles have a brand new amenity, working washing machines.
Oh.
Yes, it's true. Vagrants are setting up oversized tents.
You stop that right now. I don't know if I'm in the comment section or not. I think this is the comment section, but it looks like I don't think I'm in the comment section, but that's okay. So yeah, that's that one about how they treat our homeless people. It's so disgusting to me, how they're pretty much just getting away with this kind of stuff. I can't believe it. I can't believe they're allowed to say this, and people think that they're right. Like, you've never even experienced this kind of stuff. And what's weird to me too, and so disgusting to me too, is like, there's people in my old town where I used to live at that think that way too. Because I remember I used to go and help feed the homeless out in my area. in my old hometown. And I posted something about how, homeless people are like really struggling right now. And they're all living in the parks and stuff out there. And like literally somebody that I went to high school with, somebody that's my age, she was in my comments section talking about how like we need to get them out of here. They make our town look disgusting. Like, bitch, you grew up in Lancaster. You went to AV high school. You really think that Lancaster is like the best of the best and it's better than poor people? Because I'm pretty fucking sure that Lancaster and Palmdale, California are the homeless people of LA County. So what are you saying? Are you telling me that you're better than a homeless person living in your trailer? Really? Please. Swear to God, like they get like one roof over their head and they think that they're just better than all the other homeless people around there. It's so gross. Like, bitch, you live in a fucking trailer park. Fuck you. Sorry. I went off on there. Woo! I went off. Sorry. What else do I got? Okay. Some Mike Norman. See, I was going to talk about like the progressives' letter about Ukraine and stuff, but man, everybody was talking about it already yesterday. So I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll watch this because this was interesting. How much salaries get this anchors, right? What's the salary for these anchors? A lot, right? Like I said, they'll never know what homelessness is. They'll never experience it, and they probably never have experienced it, so they can never empathize, or they probably don't know anyone that's also homeless, so they'll never be able to empathize with anybody like that. So yeah, exactly. They're just like Anna Kasparian. I'm fucking better than you. Yep. Even just regular ass people in my own hometown that live in fucking 4x8 trailer parks, little trailers and shit. Yeah. All right, here we go. Fraud Squad. Are we ready? So Heartland's Media yesterday, was it yesterday? Oh, this is saying 9 days ago. Wait, what? Hold on. Am I really that behind on shit? Liberals want censorship. Twitter demands they keep their jobs. Oh yeah, Elon is buying Twitter. Let's look that up. Elon Musk Twitter. Thank you. I'm trying. Elon Musk buys Twitter. That was 12 here. I'm gonna bring this on. Bring this up with you all. So that way y'all can kind of go with me on this. I'm trying to find a good one, and I hate this. See, Wall Street Journal, Fox News, ABC, Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, CBS, KPIX, CNBC, Today. Man, I just can't ever find my own people. Let's do it in the subscriptions. There we go. Convo Couch. Elon Musk. Come on. Jimmy, more coffee. I know, right? I know. I need more coffee. I got to get more coffee. I got to go potty too. Reassures Twitter employees concerned about job cuts. You have to go to work in 20 minutes? Okay. All right. We're going to check out Yona's channel and Yona's music before he's got to go. As you can see, I watch so much of Yona. I believe this is it. All right. Yona, we're going to hook you up. I'm going to play this. I got to go run to the bathroom. So enjoy. Okay. I got the right ones. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I love the bears. The bears are so cute. And the Bear Hood remix. Okay. Here we go. This is Yona, you guys, by the way. He looks so spiffy right here. So this is Yona. He is our local musician. Sorry, I didn't let you know, Pratik, ahead of time. Yona is our musician. He is absolutely great at music. He's super, super talented. If you want to, he's in the comments section right here. I've put his little thing up. It says smoke more weed. If you click on his name or type in his name, you can subscribe to him over there and check him out. He's got lots of music. He does podcasts as well, sits and talks to people. I think last week he had on Glory Jones, which was way, way cool. So yeah, let's watch this one. This is called Set Ablaze on a Memory Spliff. that song good to use? Because I know it's copyrighted. Yeah. I know. I noticed as soon as I saw the bears on the hood, I was like, wait, I've seen this before. This is the wrong one. So I saw your message in there that you sent it to me in the DM in Twitter. So I just got them. I got both of them though. I love this. What city is this? Is it like Chicago? Are we gonna get in trouble for the music? Okay, it's a remix, so we'll be all right. You think we'll be all right?
She said, but you probably gonna say I look lovely, but you probably don't think nothing of me. She was right though, I can't lie. She's just one of those corners of my mind. I just put her right back on the rest. That's the way it goes.
Hi Patrick, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. If you can, hit the like button, hit subscribe, you know, all that fun stuff. Trying to beat those algorithms now. They gave us a strike this week. I keep getting copyright claims, so please hit the like button so we can beat this algorithm bullshit. Please, please, please. Anyone know what train this is? Oh, it's the New York City. Okay. I was like, this is interesting. I've never been in a New York City subway before, so. That's what I'm worried about. Am I gonna get copyrighted? Just let me know when my stream gets cut off. Yeah, just let me know when we get cut off. I know, am I gonna get in trouble for this? I'm trying to talk over it so I don't get in trouble. Because I really love the train. Oh, you sampled and remixed all of it yourself? I'm just afraid of like the words and then that that YouTube is gonna hit it. Okay, you don't think I will? Okay. Don't scare me. I'm already in the eye of Sauron, okay? It's in different tempo? Okay. Woo!
I can remember when I couldn't work last time in the middle. She said, but you probably gonna say I look lovely. But you probably don't think nothing.
Watching the city stuff is so fucking cool. As a West Coaster, I don't go to the East Coast very often, so to see this, like, is this what New York really looks like? That's wild. Like, is that Warren's house right over there? Warren, do you live right there? Is that your place? Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Well, that's the way to do it, okay? Fucking like, you know, clowns, ghosts, nothing scares me, but, you know, YouTube's algorithms, woo! This shit's a fucking nightmare. Thank you, Pratik. You too. Yes. Universe bless you. Be healthy. Be happy. Make lots of money. Please. Thank you for stopping by. You're so awesome. Oh wait, I'm unmuted. Right. Out of everything, YouTube is the scariest thing on earth. YouTube, social media sites, government, they're like just as scary as the CIA. I hate them. Now see that? That scares me. I like the trains that are on top of the ground. That's a little fine for me. I do get a little scared of trains. But the tunnel ones? I've done these. I did these tunnel train things one time. It was down by Universal Studios Hollywood. And they have the underground trains like that. I cried the whole time. Like from point A when we got in to when we got out of the train at the other end of town. I have not gone on the A train. No, this was the one time I did a train was the one time I rode a train was in Hollywood over by Universal Studios. They have some underground trains there. And here, let me get the next one set up. They have some underground trains there, and that's the one I did. And I cried throughout the whole thing because I seriously thought that we were gonna get into an accident and hit the walls and I was gonna die. So I was man, underground trains scare the poop out of me so bad. I think I've just seen too many like scary movies where underground trains are like there's nowhere to escape kind of thing. So yeah. Just did a 7-video series of New York City. Damn. Did you take the video yourself, like with a tripod, and you just kind of like sat it there while you did all the stuff? Because that's awesome. I love the city life. It's so pretty. Like I love living in nature and all of that because I feel grounded and more connected to earth and stuff. But just like that hustle and bustle, the fast pace of the city life is so, I don't know. It's very catchy and very addicting, you know, just that feel of it is very nice. So, okay, samples. All right, let's do it. I can skip this ad in 3, 2, 1.
He's only 5 years old!
What you think I'm stupid? My crew's mad deep. I hope you niggas sleep. Yo, big, you're dead wrong. Not everyone understands. What you think I'm stupid? My crew's mad deep. I hope you niggas sleep. Yo, big, you're dead wrong. Not everyone understands.
I absolutely love these guys. I love these guys' get up. Like this guy with his yellow and red, and then this guy with his hard hat on. These guys are awesome.
Not everyone understands. It's a spiritual thing, a body thing. Not everyone understands. It's a spiritual thing. Not everyone.
That's insane! Hell yeah! He's just sitting there too, like, bro, move! You're gonna break your arm. I love break dancers. The New York City, yeah, we have some out here in California, and they're so fun to watch.
It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, b-boys. That's what my husband used to be, is one of these kind of guys. These guys are so cool.
It's a spiritual thing, a body thing. Not everyone understands. everyone understands. It's a spiritual thing, a body thing.
Man, that is some hardcore core muscle strength right there. That is insane. That's the one thing I do get jealous about men over is their core strength is just impeccable. Like women really have to work that core strength to be able to do it, to do those kind of things. But men, man, you guys just get it like that, you know?
Not everyone understands. It's a spiritual thing, a body thing. Not everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual thing.
That is wild. That is so fucking good. That guy is good. Not bad, not bad.
It's a spiritual thing. A soul thing. Not everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual thing. A body thing. A soul thing. A soul thing.
Relax and take notes while I take toast of the marijuana smoke. So you wanna choke, gun smoke. 50 smoke for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfucker say your prayers. Hail Mary, full of space. Smack a bitch in the face, take a Gucci bag, and a North Face on my back. Jab her if she acts funny with the money. Oh, you got me mistaken, honey. I don't wanna rape you. I just want the paper, the visa, the visa. I'm out like the vapor. Who's the one you call Mr. Macho? The head honcho. Switch this like too macho. I got so much time to be down with the stylistic. Make up to break up. Niggas need to wake up. Smell the Indonesia. Beat you to a seizure. Then fuck your mom, just to take you amnesia. She don't remember shit, just the 2 hits. I hitting the floor, and he hitting the clip. Sucking on the dick, had to hook a begging for the dick. And your mom said, I was low, I did the rock quick. I guess I was a combination of House of Pain and Bobby Brown. I was running around, jumping around. Just then I asked her who's the man, she said D.I.G. Then I bust in her E.Y.E.
It's a spiritual thing. A soul thing.
Yes, the pain I just flip like a carpet. The fool thicker, jump in the action of figure. After I stick you, flip you like a razor. Straight up any with no chaser. Watch me
Who did that shit with no hands? Did you see that? That was no hands.
Another amateur trying to damage the pedigree of the B.I.G.T.I.E. You know it's me. Holmes, I thought you know I'm moving the baby dad. Moving Teddy Pendergrass from the grass, get in your ass. The Brooklyn born, that floor jaws like a shot, getting props. Proving nobody drops. First is holding that's the blood smoking best I bandit. And niggas just can't understand it. I bust a cap with a brothers and nap, Comstock and Clinton. You know my shit is hit. Yeah, y'all apply nigga Biggie Small. If your flavor make a nigga wanna dig up in they drawers. From the burner, catch a body, I got style like karate. Jiu-jitsu, when I hit you, then I split you. Like a cantaloupe, hope you got a rope to hang yourself. I route myself from Brooklyn. Where else? Not like a Lexus, who I rip your truth. Not even Lois Lane to get the scoop. What you think I'm stupid?
What is that? That was the shit.
What you think I'm stupid? My crew's mad deep. I hope you niggas sleep. Yo, big is dead wrong. What you think I'm stupid? My crew's mad deep. I hope you niggas sleep. Yo, big is dead wrong.
That is so cute. He's teaching him to do the windmill. He's all, come here, white boy. We're going to teach you a white boy dance. Aw, that is so cool, Yona. Great job. I love street performers, man. They're just the best. They're so talented. I love it. Okay. Yeah, you guys here, let me get Yona's link. That way y'all can go follow him. for your music I don't know, I guess your music vacation time. Yeah, the windshield wiper. That was really, really neat. I loved that. Oh my gosh, how fun. Yeah, go check out Yona and his channel and give him a subscribe and hit the little notification bell and all of that fun stuff. That way you don't miss out on any more of his music videos and things that are coming out. It looks like he is got a show going tonight. Here, just let me share this really quick so you all can see. Looks like he's got one going on tonight right here. It looks like it's going to be 7:45 Pacific, so that would be 8, 9, 10, 45, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 45 Eastern time. So he's going to be on his show tonight. He's Higher Yona with the Lower Caste Peasants podcast number 29. So I'm going to hit notification on because I always do that to people I'm following. So that way I don't miss it. But go ahead, shoot him a subscribe, all that fun stuff. And don't forget to check out his show tonight. Thank you, Yona, for sending me that stuff. And I hope you have a really good day at work. And don't work too hard. Remember, quiet quitting is still a thing. Remember your worth, only work your worth. And if they want you to do extra, remember to make them pay extra. So, yeah. So, let's see. What else can we talk about? Yes, see you later. Have a good day. Yeah, exactly. Hustle in for those tips. That's right. I hate that. That's what's hard too about like in America, like in Texas, like waitresses and stuff, their tips, man, that's got to be the worst. I couldn't imagine. Like even in California, people don't tip very often out here. So like as a waitress, you can make minimum wage, but you're only like when I worked at a restaurant and I was doing waitressing, I would only get like maybe $10 to $15 tops per day in tips. Most of the time it was like $5 and some change, most of the time. So yeah, hustling for tips is the worst, the absolute worst. Man, I am running. Okay. You guys already kind of heard it, what I'm going to do next. So this week at some point, Mr. Beast decided that he was going to run an entire or take over pretty much, not take over, but quietly take over an entire Piggly Wiggly. But I guess what ended up happening is that when he told the people of this Piggly Wiggly that he was going to not take it over, but like help pay, he was going to pay for the people's groceries the next day without anybody knowing, and he wanted to keep it a secret. And apparently from what I've been hearing, it looks like the employees started letting everybody know, people that were coming in that day said to come by tomorrow. Mr. Beast is going to pay for everything. So then the next day came, and this is kind of what ensued and what happened. We're going to watch Mr. Atosi's little talking about it, and we're going to react and all of that stuff. So it was the only way that I can find all of the stuff in one area. So this is what happened at a Piggly Wiggly.
Not coming today due to security issues.
And this is a wild story to cover because this is a clear attempt of Mr. Beast just trying to do good, but sadly it was leaked to the public where a bunch of people wanted to take advantage of his generosity. This all happened a couple days ago in Greenville, South Carolina. It seems like Mr. Beast was planning on...
I don't think it's a bunch of people that wanted to take advantage of his generosity. I think it was people that were like, oh my God, this guy is willing to pay for food for us. I would like some, which just goes to show the poorness of humanity and the desperateness of just trying to get some food. And then the overabundance of money that Mr. Beast has just to waste on something like this, It just shows the class differences. And then this guy, Atosi, is like saying that these people are taking advantage of the situation. No, they're not. They're finding something to help them better their lives, just a smidgen, just a little oomph in life And this guy's like, you're taking advantage. No, they just want a little help. And if Mr. Beast makes so much fucking money that he could throw all of that away, hook it the fuck up, please. Because there's tons of other people that are making just as much money as Mr. Beast, maybe even more, and they're not helping out a fucking bit. So get over yourself, Atozy and Mr. Beast.
Surprising a bunch of people by paying for their groceries, but when he asked the store for permission to film the night before, this plan was then leaked to the community. Then suddenly the next day, you had a bunch of people playing the real-life supermarket sweep and jamming their carts in trash bags with as much as they could, thinking Mr. Beast was going to pay for it all. And this all gained a bunch of attention when Keemstar tweeted this video saying, Mr. Beast apparently was supposed to pay for groceries. It got leaked, and he had to cancel due to security measures.
Not coming today.
Can I pay for my beer and my sausages? She'll take you over there. They should. They'll take me.
That is so packed. There's so many people in there.
Mr. Beast is not, because so many people are hungry. So many people just want food to fill up in their fridge and their cupboards. Do you know how many people have bare empty cupboards and fridges because they can't even afford food right now? Barely any food. Food has gone up so fucking much, it's ridiculous.
Not coming today due to security issues.
Oh, Jesus. No, tell bring his ass back.
And I'm the one to get to tell y'all so.
Oh, God, get up.
That's not fun.
Anybody intending on getting groceries on the regular, Mr. Beast is not coming today. There are security issues. He can't even get here.
I mean, the place is packed like a Black Friday sale.
I have no idea what's going on.
But I don't know about you guys, but after seeing that, I needed to see and know more about this entire situation. So I went digging in the trenches of Facebook.com, and this is what I found for you guys. And just looking at these pictures, this is absolutely wild. Dude has half the meat section in that left cart there. I also found a video of a guy walking around the store telling people that Mr. Beast was not coming.
That's right. He ain't coming.
There's so many people there.
I'm gonna call you back. This shit crazy as hell.
I wonder what the normal shoppers thought. Suddenly, whoa.
If I was a normal shopper there and I heard all that, I'd be bagging shit up and walking out of there myself too.
Okay, wait. The trash bags, they were just loading the trash bags filled with the meat section.
Hey, the bad part about it, he ain't coming. Nah, he ain't coming. That's the bad part about it. He ain't coming.
Oh my God. Imagine not hearing anything about this and you just show up to the Piggly Wiggly expecting to do your normal shopping.
He ain't coming. That's the bad part.
And it looks like this.
He ain't coming.
He's not coming.
Some person had like 5 trash bags loaded with meat though. Oh man.
This is crazy hell. They can't hear you.
Andy's trying to do it, Andy.
This is crazy. He ain't coming.
The definition of absolute chaos. I'm assuming his intention here was to surprise people by paying for their grocery bill when they're buying normal groceries, you know, the kind of part that they would pay for themselves, and not pay for 5 garbage bags filled with food for some people. I feel bad for the people working at the store and the store owners. The people working there, obviously, because they had to clean all this up. And the owners, because they probably lost so much money on refrigerated inventory that just went spoiled and they couldn't.
Oh, I didn't know that we were watching a fucking CEO empathetic person. Jesus Christ, who cares? For one, owners of these major corporation stores and stuff have insurance on these products in case things do get stolen and ruined and stuff. So they're fine. They're fucking fine, Atozy. Obviously, you don't know shit about anything when it comes to capitalism, apparently. And okay, so yeah, it sucks. The employees have to clean up the store, but this is what they get paid for. This is their job. So yeah, they're going to clean up this store. You know who I feel bad for? The people that went there that are hungry and wanting food to fill up in their refrigerator, going there thinking that they were going to get helped by a guy who makes way too much money for his own fucking good by YouTube. and then showing up and him not even being there and them having to leave empty-handed. That's who I feel bad for. But slay a Tozy. Keep
sell anymore because people just left it in their shopping carts. After everyone cleared out, it seems like the store was just completely trashed. Here's a video I found of some of the aftermath. That's so wild. They just left the cart there.
That's how old these fish can't keep it.
Bruh. Yeah, that's a night shift to do to clean up all this. I wonder if insurance covers this. A small business owner by the name of
Oh
Look
my
at That
God, of course it does. This kid is fucking dumb, I swear to God.
Barbecue and Catering live streamed himself cleaning up the place.
Look at this.
Wow.
This man work every day, hard, every day. You feel me? I come in here and rock with him every day.
Then fucking be mad at the corporations for not giving him extra money to do this. Because this is his job. This is what they do. This is, you know, this is what they're paid for. Be mad at the corporation, the owner, for not giving him more money to have to clean all this stuff up. Don't be mad at the people that were wanting the free stuff. Yeah, I mean, of course, people can be gross. Of course, absolutely. But that's not for us to judge at all.
That this Facebook. I ride with this man every day.
Yeah, this guy probably just showed up to buy meats for his business and came to this chaos.
You gotta put it all up back. You gotta get his store back together. Come on, man. It's crazy. I need him for tomorrow to be, you know, to do what I need him to do.
While he was live, he also showed what the store looked like after most people had left.
Look at this. I'm gonna take y'all through right quick. Doing one. Grab me a cart from out here. Look at this. Volunteering, people helping out.
Wow.
People helping out. What you doing? You helping out? Yeah.
I mean, the only people left are just volunteers helping trying to fix all the chaos.
This is Tom Thumb. And go right over there.
Okay.
Where the sausage is at.
I'm sorry, but as somebody, inciting chaos, exactly. I'm sorry, but I have such bad OCD when I see stuff like that, especially if it's not my own house and it's like somebody else's place and there's like a little bit of like mess somewhere. Please send me there. I would happily volunteer to help clean up that shit too. I don't give a fuck. Like, give me something to organize. That's my dream.
I like the banana peel slippery slope or slippery floor signs.
It's crazy. Mass chaos. Look at this.
Insane.
The thing is, I understand it's something for free. But Piggly Wiggly ain't had nothing to do with this. You just leave these people in shambles. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Crazy, man.
All right, grab another one. You got any empty carts?
No.
So much. But I mean, as we saw from that video, even though the store was in absolute ruins, there's plenty of good Samaritans who just stayed around and helped clean everything up. I found someone from Greenville who posted these pictures with this message. Thank you to everyone who came out to help with the cleanup today. Thank you, Piggly Wiggly, for allowing us to help out. When I tell you our community showed up and showed out, and they offered to pay us, and everyone said no. Y'all tell me our community not the best. And shout out to the good people.
They got offered money to help cleaning up and stuff, so that, you know, they all hooked it up. They all helped each other out. People were in desperate need of something, thought they could get it for free. They didn't, and other people came in and helped out. Community effort right there. So Crisis at the Pig, film at 11.
Out there. Overall, this whole thing just sucks for everyone. The people who showed up thinking they were going to get free groceries, the workers who worked in the store, the people who were kind enough to volunteer and help clean up the store owners for probably losing money on inventory, and Mr. Beast himself for getting backlash for all this. But Mr. Beast did release a statement through text to Keemstar that reads, "We've been going around town all week doing small acts of kindness for people who could use help. I wanted to go to Piggly Wiggly to discreetly pay for some people's groceries when they checked out, so we asked the Piggly Wiggly manager for permission to film in the store. They decided to spread the word far and wide that I was coming to buy out the store. People were saying that the employees were telling them the day before to come the next day to get free stuff from Mr. Beast, which we were not aware of and asked them not to tell anyone. Basically, the employees lied to the people. I mean, that's fair. I mean, if Mr. Beast announced that he was going to do this and didn't do it, then I understand the backlash, but he never publicly announced this. This was supposed to be a surprise, and it was leaked. I don't know if the store owners or people at the store leaked it so Mr. Beast would buy way more stuff, or if there was people leaking it because they wanted to help their neighbors. I don't know. But clearly, nothing about this was discreet, so I understand why he pulled out. But it's not like he didn't do anything. Apparently, while all of this was going down, the Mr. Beast team was doing charity in the same town at a soup kitchen. And I didn't see the announcement for this anywhere. I was just scrolling through the Greenville tag on Facebook, and that's how I found out about this. Because there was a post by Joy Soup Kitchen that reads, "Today, an incredible day at Joy. 180 lunches, 150 jackets, and duffel bags filled with necessities. 80 plus haircuts, all thanks to Mr. Beast, Beast Philanthropy, and these barbers who came out this morning looking to make a few people smile. It was incredible watching people who got their haircut emerge from inside of Joy with pride. Thank you all for making this happen." So at the end of the day, Mr. Beast still came through and surprised and helped a bunch of people, but in his own way, on his own terms. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below.
Yeah, I'll help pitch in money and help pay for really special, nice things for you guys, but on my terms. You got to do it my way or the highway. Such that rich elitist thinking that I fucking can't stand about people. Like, just Mr. Beast, you make so much fucking money. He did a video, like, what was it, like 4 or 5 days ago, where he did a $1 hotel all the way up to a like $100,000 hotel or something like that, and like how each of them are different experiences. The dude's got like 53 million fucking views on there. He makes a lot of money. I'm pretty sure you could have just ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to help these people out of this Piggly Wiggly, and I'm just going to buy it out for the day anyway. And then I'm going to hook these people up for cleaning it up. You know? It's just crazy to me how like even this guy Atozi was like super elitist thinking about all of that kind of stuff. It's just gross. And I think that people should have been helped out, man. Yeah, exactly. Losers, everyone involved, winners, the internet. That's right. All those people lost, but I'm winning right here because I'm talking about it. That's horrible. Remind me to cut that out later. I'm never going to say that again. It's so wrong. I got a fun one we can watch. I know we're supposed to be watching some scary stuff, but I'm like running low on things. Nobody likes scary things. I ran out of those cool CGI monsters. There's no more new ones. You've never heard of Mr. Beast before? Yeah, he's like one of the most biggest guys on YouTube. Just makes so much freaking money on YouTube. It's ridiculous. He is here, you guys want to check this guy out? Hold on. We can check this guy out. All right. I don't even like I'm not even following Mr. Beast or anything, but oops, Mr. Beats. There we go, Mr. Beats. 100 million subscribers. He has 108 million subscribers. So there's that's how many he has. Now check this out. He gave 1 million subscriber an island, or 100 million subscriber an island. It was released 2 months ago and has 76 million views. Okay. 5 days ago, $1 hotel versus $1 million hotel room. 43 million views. I survived 100 days in a circle to win $500,000. 63 million views. 100-person extreme hide and seek. 46 million views. Look at this one right here. 11 months ago, $456,000 Squid Game in real life. 296 million views. Dude, this guy makes so much fucking money. It's disgusting how much he makes. It's gross. Obviously, he doesn't make as much money as most elitists do, like, you know, George Soros or the Rockefellers or anything like that. But goddamn, is he fucking close. So Right? Yeah, let's give our 100 million subscriber an island, but enjoy paying the insurance and the property taxes on that motherfucker. Yes, I saw the ghost of his head popping out of the corner. I've seen that one before. So, how did he get so famous? Okay, wait. No, I like the weird diversions. Catch me up on the distractions and toxic consumption, colonizer culture. Yeah. I just started hearing about him this year. I think he got pretty popular. I mean, he was already popular, but he got really big. Like I think it was like last year he was wanting to what was it? Like plant 1 million trees or something like that. Mr. Beast. How did he get big? Here. I think I drank too much coffee at the beginning and now I can't stop. Let's watch this. I know. I just realized that there was no sound. Damn it. I like got to my toilet and then realized, oh shit, I'm sharing it the wrong way. Is he a mime? You're an asshole. I love you.
1,000 subscribers and 1.8 million views. So whenever you see this, compare these numbers to whatever I have when you watch this. So you might be wondering, what the heck is this? And honestly, I'll probably forget about this by the, oh, I'm shaking a lot. Sorry, my hands shake. All right, let's set this down. Did that fix it? Yeah.
If I told you 3 years ago that this guy right here was a YouTube genius, you'd probably laugh in my face. Back then, Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson, was filming videos of himself on his iPhone 5 in his bedroom. Today, the 21-year-old from North Carolina runs one of the fastest growing YouTube channels in history. In fact, every single video Mr. Beast has uploaded in 2019 has over 10 million views, something no other creator has done before him, not even PewDiePie.
I don't understand. I just don't understand.
So how did he do it? In this video, I'm going to show you why Mr. Beast is the smartest YouTuber on the platform. So if you want to grow a channel in 2020, get out your notebook and get ready, because this is going to be a YouTube masterclass. If you're new to this channel, I like to analyze big YouTubers and pinpoint the factors behind their success and growth. So why did I pick Mr. Beast? Well, I think the numbers really speak for themselves. Mr. Beast currently sits at 27 million subscribers, but he is growing at a rate of 1 million subscribers every month. He's bringing in 300 million views a month, which, if you want to break it down into money terms, is probably around $600,000 every single month just from ads. Not bad for a college dropout. But the big question is, how is this all possible? What does Mr. Beast know that we don't? Well, the good news is that I've spent the last week researching the hell out of his channel for all you guys, and I've broken it down into 4 factors that I think have set him apart. So without further ado, let's get straight into factor number 1. So the first factor I want to highlight is how Mr. Beast has turned himself into a viral video making machine.
So
for most YouTubers,
you might be wondering, what?
Just from ads alone, this motherfucker, like it was saying, where is it? Right there. Just from ads alone, this fool is making almost as much money as Amaranth. It's nuts.
For many YouTubers, they get one viral hit and then spend weeks or months desperately trying to replicate it with little success. Trust me, I've been there before, and it's very hard to keep up the momentum. However, in Mr. Beast's case, he has truly cracked the viral formula, which allows him to make video after video that get onto the trending page and get big views. So what is his secret?
What's the secret? YouTube favoritizes him, and anybody else that makes them more money. That's capitalism. As long as you are making them money, and what it is the social media platform that puts on content for people to view. So the more views you get, the more money they get paid, and the more money they make. So they're going to advertise you more. That's exactly the trend of it. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I know. He's always fucking trending. Like, no matter what he does, he's always trending. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but it does if you think like YouTube favoritizes these people.
In general, viral videos are based around a few central themes. Most viral videos can be placed into at least one of these categories. They are money related in some form, reaction based, pranks, challenges, drama related, or they feature other popular YouTubers, whether that be in their title or...
So I am none of those. I will never be famous. Thank goodness. Cabello clothes are everywhere. Where do you see one? Do you see one on here too? Uh-oh.
An actual collaboration. The really clever thing Mr. Beast does though is the fact that he blends multiple different viral themes into one video. Take for example this video here. Last YouTuber to leave wins $100,000. This was a collaboration video with various popular YouTubers. It's money based, but it was also a challenge. It also captured everyone's reaction to the situation, so it should be considered a reaction video too. Mr. Beast is a master at combining all the different ingredients needed to go viral and putting them into one video. The result in this case, 37 million views. Now you may be sitting there saying, where am I going to get access to 20 high profile YouTubers and 100 grand in cash from?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But the truth is, Mr. Beast figured this out very early on. Look through some of the videos he made a few years back when he was small, and you'll see he still used the same method of blending popular formats into one video. See where you can apply this to your own videos to appeal to larger audiences. Now, of course, it's not just as easy as that. Making videos that have the potential to go viral and actually going viral are two very different things. How is anyone going to know your video is a viral hit in the making if no one sees it? And that brings us on to factor number 2. Mr. Beast is beating the YouTube algorithm. YouTube cares about two things now more than anything else. Click-through rate, which is the amount of people clicking on your video, and watch time, which is the amount of time people spend watching your video after clicking. These are the two main metrics that YouTube uses when deciding whether or not to show your video to more people. You see, a lot of people like to overcomplicate things when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, but Mr. Beast keeps it simple and focuses on getting people to click and make them stay on his video. In terms of click-through rate, it's all about your title and your thumbnail. These are two things Mr. Beast is absolutely dominating at. His titles are short and snappy and always hold some sort of shock value. I can't tell you the amount of times I've seen a Mr. Beast video and thought, surely not. Being able to spark someone's interest through a few words is a skill that is often overlooked. As for Mr. Beast's thumbnails, on the surface they may seem quite simplistic, and at times even poorly made. This thumbnail right here looks like it was made in 5 minutes. I mean, he didn't even bother photoshopping the follower count icon properly, and yet this video still has more views than my entire channel. However, once again, Jimmy is much smarter than...
That doesn't make any sense to me, because yeah, like I do thumbnails like this. I do quick, I know how to make quick, quippy, SEO type titles and stuff. So yeah, I think it's just his follower base already as it is that he can literally make whatever thumbnail and title he wants and it's going to catch the attention of everyone. He's algorithm's favorite baby, so he's going to get it all in the algorithms and beat it because he's favoritized. So
the many give him credit for. These thumbnails perfectly suit the type of videos he makes. They are in your face, instantly recognizable, and amateur by design. Things that tend to go viral on the internet are things that look amateur, especially when it comes to pranks or challenges. People don't want to see some polished end product when it comes to a challenge. This simplistic look is definitely intentional. Mr. Beast wants to stay true to that traditional YouTuber style. If he came out with a flashy, polished thumbnail and fonts, it just wouldn't suit his brand. Most of his thumbnails showcase some form of reaction. This may seem simple, but it's very important to remember. Another interesting point to remember is that over 50% of all traffic on YouTube comes through phones. Mr. Beast knows that thumbnails need to grab attention and be readable on smaller screens. Most YouTubers create their thumbnails on their computers, so it's an area that's easy to forget about. So that's how MrBeast gets people to click, but how does he get them to stay? Here I've outlined 3 things Jimmy does that ensures he clocks up hour after hour of watch time. The first thing is he gets straight to the point of the video from the get-go. Usually in the first 10 or 20 seconds of his videos, he explains exactly what is going to happen. This is commonly called a hook, and it ensures viewers know what to expect from the start, so they are more likely to stick around. This quite literally hooks their attention. Here's an example from one of his own videos.
I wanted to open a free bank, so I did what any logical person does. I rented a real bank, grabbed a ton of money, hired all my friends as tellers, and then bought a billboard and paid Chandler to flip a sign. And here's what happened.
I asked the bank for $1 billion and they said no. What? So I made a graph.
It says we made a graph.
And regardless, we're opening a free bank to put them out of business. Yeah. Don't give away money. Yeah.
The second thing is very obvious. His videos are long. If you want to get more watch time, it makes sense to have longer videos. There's a sweet point though, which for MrBeast is usually between 10 and 20 minutes. And thirdly, MrBeast uses a lot of retention tactics to make sure viewers are brought on a journey through his videos and don't click off. Most of his videos are not resolved until the end, so you naturally want to stick around to see what happens. If you break it down, they are all a story with an intro, middle, and end. He also uses a varied approach of editing, for example, combining energetic humor with slower, more emotional moments. Some of this is just from being a good storyteller, but it all helps to make sure people stick around after clicking. Okay, so on to the final 2 points. These are going to be much less detailed, but equally as important, so make sure you stick around. Factor number 3 is the fact that MrBeast understands the importance of the growth stage. The growth stage is a term used in business to describe the stage where a new company is growing rapidly fast to get more customers and develop a better product, without worrying too much about being in profit. MrBeast applies the same concept to his YouTube channel, which I find to be a fascinating model and a very clever move. Pretty much all the money MrBeast has made from his videos up until this point has been reinvested into making even better videos. You see, a lot of YouTubers grow like this. They get to a certain point and fail to innovate and fail to create better videos, and then they die off. However, the way MrBeast is constantly upping the stakes and improving his videos means his growth isn't slowing, as his videos get better and better each time. Listen to what the man himself had to say about it in his Casey Neistat interview.
My mindset, if you want to know how I always thought, I just always saw it as I just reinvest everything I make. Like literally up till a few months ago, every time I got a paycheck, that was just like the month's budget. So like I said, I saved up $1 a day to buy a microphone. When I made a few $1,000s, I just spent a few $1,000s. When I made $10,000, I just spent 10. So it's like as I made more money, I was like, all right, well now I want to spend it on videos somehow. That was just my mindset. If that's what you're.
I want to finish up with the final point. MrBeast has proven that positivity can win on YouTube. I think sometimes it's quite easy to
like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo to me about how MrBeast got big, but not really in a way. He's just doing like YouTube algorithm type stuff to show how he got big. I think, yeah, it's just a mixture of like him investing a bunch of money back into MrBeast and the company and stuff, you know, and yeah, I get like, you know, it doesn't make sense like the way that guy said it with all the algorithm stuff, you know, the YouTube titling and upping the ante and making every video the best. Like we know tons of independent content creators that are always up in the ante and making their content even better every time, and they're not anywhere close to how MrBeast is doing. So I really honestly truly think that this was like, it's more of a favoritism thing of YouTube, and I think we just probably found the wrong video. Yeah, exactly, Miguel. That video was basically clickbait. I'm welcome to searching through YouTube with Jimmy. Jesus Christ, holy fuck. All right, bye, Holly. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourself today. I think I'm running low on things again. So, E. Heller, I saw that you were saying something about tuning in tonight for the Chicago Corner. I am, while that video was playing, I was looking through the Chicago Corner's YouTube, and I am not seeing any upcoming videos. So do you know what time he's going, or they're going to be on tonight? So that way, at least we don't miss it, and I can let people, you know, catch on it, because we've got quite a few shows going on tonight. We've got Yona's going to be doing it, and now Chicago Corner. Warren and my show will be on tonight. So, okay, 7:30 Central. So is that 5:30 Pacific? Or is it 6:30 Pacific? I can't remember, because I have a friend that lives in Alabama who's 2 hours ahead of me. But then that Rochford File guys, he's in Colorado and he's only 1 hour ahead. Oh, that's Mountain Time. So Central. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. So 5:30 Pacific. So 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 Eastern. So okay. So then 8:30 Eastern, you guys will catch on Chicago Corner, And then around 9:15, I believe more Warren and my show is going to be on. And then later on at like 10:30 at night, I believe Yona's is going to be on. So we're all going to be on tonight. Hi, Cape Socialist. Good to see you. Welcome. I love your picture. That's really awesome. That's way, way cool. Good to see you. You're definitely in a very welcoming area over here. So welcome. E. Heller. Oh, we're on at midnight Eastern. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So then we've got Chicago Corner, then we've got Yona, and then us. I keep mixing up because I'm West Coast. So I'm like 9:30 or 9 o'clock. Okay. So we got Chicago Corner. Remember to subscribe to Chicago Corner. And then we've got here, let me put I'm going to put the link in the comments for you guys to go check out who's on tonight. Is it Jerry and who else? Because that's going to be really fun to watch. I love watching Jerry. Jerry's awesome. He reminds me of like a old time like mob dude from like the 1950s. Totally reminds me of a mobster. I absolutely love it. Oh, it was made using the AI website, the AI art generator stuff. Yeah, I've been checking those out recently. There's Reef Breland over at INN News, Indie News. He's been using those. So I was like, oh, well, if he's going to be using those and showing them off, I want to try some out because like I think it was last week or sometime this week, he had made one for Warren, and Warren was like, yeah, make me an AI art generator of Christopher Walken with Funyuns. And so I went and looked up AI generators and went and looked for like even crazier stuff. And what's like, if you know of any good AI art generators that are actually free, not the ones that like give you some credits and then you can make like 3 or 4 of them and then you have to buy more credits. If you know a legit free one, that would be really awesome because I can make some. But it's like most of them that I can make them from would be like TikTok has them really well too. TikTok does really good ones, but then I'd have to download the whole TikTok video just to get the screenshot. And that's the only free one that I've actually found. So yeah. Oh, it's their Halloween show tonight. Yay. Stable diffusion is weird and awesome. Let me type this in so I don't lose it. Stable diffusion. Oh, I have that saved now. I will definitely check that out. If it gives me more AI art generator things that I can do without giving me only a certain amount and then telling me I have to pay, that would be awesome. That would be super fucking awesome. Yeah, so go ahead and check out Chicago Corner tonight. Where is it? Okay, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern time. Go ahead and check them out tonight. I put their show link in the description, or not in the description, in the comments section. Also, if you guys want to, I want to give you guys Yona's as well to go check him out tonight. Like I said, he's going to be on his own thing for his little podcast. Go check him out. And then the last one, we've got, of course, my love, Extrabolia Warren. And see, as you can see right here, here's mine and his Halloween special tonight. So go check him out. It looks like we're all going to be hanging out tonight. It's grown-up Halloween weekend night tonight. That's what it is. We're all just going to hang out with each other and talk Halloween. So I'm excited. We got stuff to do tonight. Yay. I'll be hanging out with all of you motherfuckers in the comments section until you got to see my ugly mug later on tonight. So yeah, extra stuff. I love it. So yeah, I'm going to go look up, when I get off of here, I'm going to go check out the Stable Diffusion and see what I can make some for the show tonight for Warren. I'm probably going to send Warren a bunch of them after I try to figure out what I'm going to make. So definitely going to go for some scary ones. I've been thinking of like making some AI art that has to do with like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. Definitely, as my friends here already know I'm like obsessed with Pyramid Head, especially the girl one. So yeah. You made special opens for the show too? Ooh. Are you gonna let me see ahead of time, or is that gonna be a surprise? Because I want to see. I can't. Oh, spooky stories. I like spooky stories. Do I have to think of some spooky stories? Oh, I got a good one. Okay, I got some spooky stories I can tell. I don't know if people have heard it all before though. I don't know. I do have a spooky. No, I've already told you guys about that spooky story. The the priest who came to my mom's church and then came to my job afterwards and tried to take me home. Yeah, spooky stories. Okay, I will come up with some really good spooky ones. I think maybe try to figure out some that I haven't already said before. So for sure. So you guys check out all of those. Go to those links. Subscribe. Turn on the little notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of their live shows. Same with us, of course. You know, I know we're just little peons over here, but you can hook it up over here as well too if you want to. Give us a little like button. That definitely helps out with the algorithms. Like I said earlier, after this whole the strike that we got this week and then having to fight that, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I am never gonna get out of the eye of Sauron in YouTube ever again. Like I am stuck in that eye forever. So definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for Warren, for Yona, and for Jerry over at Chicago Corner. That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to watch Jerry. I love watching Jerry, especially with his new little background that he has, is a bat cave background. I was talking about it yesterday. Like now in YouTube, you can zoom in while you're watching a video, and so I'll just like zoom in and check out Jerry's background picture. It's so cool. And then like he wears the Batman hat, and I saw his Facebook post the other day too, where he was driving in his car and he had the Batman hat on, but then right in front of him there was a car and their license plate, I think it said Joker, either Joker or the Riddler, and that shit was hilarious. Like he is super Batman obsessed. It's so funny. So we are watching this during load shedding, planned power outage. We have an inverter. Very nice. Where are you located at? That's interesting. We had a power outage out over here where I live in California not too long ago. It was the Riddler. Okay. Yeah, that was really, really cool to see that picture. I thought that was awesome. He's such a cool guy. Like seriously, he reminds me of like a mobster, just a, you know, because I'm used to those scary kind of guys. I pretty much mainly in my 20s was working in like strip clubs and stuff. So I hung out with a lot of Russians, and they're like Russian mob people, and they're scary as shit, but they're like the biggest teddy bears ever. So I absolutely love those kind of scary people. And what's his name? Jerry reminds me of those kind of people. I love it. So, oh wow, look at you. Thank you for watching from South Africa. Holy crap. That's amazing. I've never had anybody really outside of America. I mean, well, at least outside of this continent watch me. I mean, we've got a couple people from Australia, but they have their own show. So thank you for watching. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. That sucks though that you're dealing with planned power outages. That's horrible. I hate it out here too, because we get like the power outages all the time, and so I have officially learned how to use a generator. I know how to use a generator, even though when I was trying to turn it on the other day, I was having the worst problem. I just kept yanking and yanking and yanking that generator, and nothing was going on, and I'm like, what is happening right now? And then so I turned the choke on, started yanking and yanking. I'm like, it's not turning on. I don't know what's happening right now. And then I look over the side of the generator and I didn't turn the on switch on. Like, you dumb bimbo. I'm becoming international. I got a friend in South Africa, you guys. I'm excited. Yay! How fun. If I like, I tell all of my friends on here, because most of these people that are on here pretty much have their shows anyway too. If you ever want to come on and talk about a specific subject, you are more than welcome to. We had Roseanne earlier today to talk about the Fed and corporate corruption and just economic problems in America. if you want to come on and talk about anything that's going on over there with you too, like these planned rolling blackouts that you have, or anything in particular specific, I would love that. I love talking to people. I love learning new things. I love having conversations. I am a sponge when it comes to listening to people. I absolutely love it. So if you ever want to come on and talk about anything, even good things that are going on out there too, please feel free. I think the biggest thing that one of the bigger problems that Americans have is that we're closed-minded and we don't know what's going on in other countries. And I think at least hearing it from people in these areas is going to help us really get an advantage and a knowledge on what is truly happening with the regular people. Because, we've got our mainstream media. Other countries have their own version of mainstream media. Everywhere is misinformation. Everywhere is propaganda. And the best way to hear what's really going on in communities is hearing from community members. We were talking about the homelessness and stuff earlier. Like I see it every day. I've been in it. I've lived it. I know what they're going through, so it's kind of like, who are you going to listen to, earlier, like those Fox News people that were talking about homeless, or are you going to hear from somebody who's actually, knows people, experienced it, have talked to people who have lived through it, that kind of thing. So absolutely. Your Twitter is the same, Cape Socialist. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. So maybe from Cape Town. Absolutely. Here, I will go on to Twitter right now. You guys want to head over to Twitter. Twitter.com. And then would you guys give him a follow, Cape Socialist. There you are. Look at you. No one is free until we are all free. Give you a follow right now. That's so cool. We're going to stalk you a little bit. Oh, wait. I didn't even add it to the stream. I'm stalking you. I'm sorry. It's going to have to go up and not pretty, but revolution never is. Yep. We just had the largest protest movement in U.S. history demanding police reform. We were greeted like this. And then Biden and the Democrats hired 100,000 new cops and gave them millions in new military hardware. I think we're at a loss in how to respond. Yeah, I recently saw that. It's like we're all about defund the police and all cops are bad. But then, Democrats are like, no, we agree with you. Just keep us in power. And then they stay in power. And then this is what they do. They just gave so much more money to them so that they can hire more police officers. And I think they were using the word safety or something, for the safety of, residents and things like it. It was so disgusting to see that. Let's see. Myself and Lula Leftis have taken our mutual aid tour for the poor. That sounds like what Rome is doing. Community upliftment project to the next level. And it's amazing. Oh, look at inspired by Unholy Rome and the folks at Revolutionary Blackout Network. Look at you. That's exactly what Rome is out there doing too. Rome is, man, I love that dude. I've been working with him I used to work with him a couple of years ago, making graphics and stuff like that for merch and things. And he's just been growing and going out and doing the good deeds ever since, man. Look at you out there too. That is amazing. That's really good that you guys can do that out there, because we were just watching a video this morning. A woman got arrested for trying to feed homeless people cooked food. So good to see you out there doing all of that. Look at that food. How amazing. We have done 6 of these lunches so far and also provided emergency USB LED lighting for our daily power outages. Wow. I would love for you to come on here and talk. That would be incredible. Today's lunch was French bologna sandwiches, and the kids were up for it. Look at how adorable. Oh my gosh. I would love for you to come on here and talk about doing all of this. I would absolutely love to help you spread the word and get more people involved. Yeah, exactly. His Twitter is fire. Dude, this dude, you're amazing, man. I don't even know who you are, but I already love you to death. You are so amazing. Yeah, no, we're gonna help hook you up. If you ever want to come on here and talk and hang out with me, even for the 4 hours just to sit and talk and stuff, you are more than welcome. This is incredible. I have such a heart for, homelessness and climate change are my two biggest, most passionate things that I care about when it comes to issues in the countries, in all countries. So that's so cool. Look at you, Jimmy Dore. How neat. South Africa refuses to seize sanctioned Russia super yacht. Look at you. You got Revolutionary Blackout Network. You are just rocking it, dude. You're amazing. Thank you for stopping by and showing your support over here. It really is truly appreciated. And I'm sorry for stalking you. I hope I didn't embarrass you or anything, but you are a really awesome human being. And I hope that you get more follows. At least my 7 people that are watching me, I hope you get more follows for this. So you're definitely worth it. That is so cool. How awesome. Yeah, good on South Africa for not caving to the pressures from the West. Yep, exactly. Exactly. But, that's going to go to show that we're probably going to try to start a war with South African countries as well now, too, because of this. So you got to love American Western imperialism. I can't wait. Like, I always learn about history and, like, I don't want it to come up as racist or like the racism thing or whatever, but like I look at, in world history, like what colors, like what skin colors were in charge during what generations and what time. And like for the last, couple few hundred years, it's been the white man. And I just can't wait to see when the white man crash and there's like, I don't know. I always hoped that like the indigenous, like Native Americans or the blacks, like they would finally come up in the world and start to get what they want. That's what I can't wait to see is like the crash, like how the fall of Rome was, but like the fall of the white man. That would be really neat. So all good. Okay. I hope I didn't embarrass you too much, but you definitely have a really awesome Twitter page. And I'm pretty sure that people are going to absolutely. I mean, you look like you're already loved. You're doing stuff with Rome. So you're already doing the good deeds and you're already doing amazing stuff. So that is really, really cool. I think that's such a neat thing. I think, okay, I got like a few more minutes and then I've got to get out of here. It's kind of sad when progressives in our government use the same talking point as NAFO fellas. Ilhan Omar. Nice tweet there, Joe. Okay. So, I think that's it on those. Keep your guys' eye out for all those shows today. Like I said, we got the Chicago Corner at 5:30 my time, Pacific time. Then we've got Yona at, I think it's 7:30 Pacific time. And then we've got Warren tonight and me at 9 Pacific tonight. So we've got like a full afternoon of shows. So enjoy the next couple hours off. Take a shower, have some snacks, play some video games, whatever you got to do to make yourself happy and get ready for some fun tonight. Halloween fun. I can't wait. Anything that has to do with Halloween, I'm all for it. I'm thinking about putting on makeup tonight. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about doing something. So if you guys have any like ideas, what I was thinking about doing was dressing up as a war deer tonight. I have a deer costume that I wore a few years back when I was still like slightly a little bit more conservative than I am. My husband dressed up as a hunter and me and my daughter were deers. So I have a deer costume, like deer stuff, but I was thinking of making it more like war deer, like doing some fire around my eyes with the deer costume. So I'm thinking about doing that tonight. I've got the next few hours, so I'll probably do that. I'll probably kind of go when I get off of here, go through my Halloween stuff, see if I can find my deer stuff, and I'll start putting on my makeup probably during Chicago Coroner tonight, most likely. Because these eyelashes are driving me crazy. They keep sticking up to the top. I'm going to take these off. But yeah, I might dress up as a war deer tonight. Yeah, exactly. War deer. A little surprise for my love. So yeah, I think that'll be fun. I'll do that tonight. I'll do a war deer tonight for Warren. Thank you all. Yes. Thank you for the solidarity and enjoy the weekend. Absolutely. Don't forget to check all of us out tonight. There's going to be so much fun tonight. So, but you're in South Africa, so I think your time is a little bit different than ours. Actually, that's really interesting. Hold on. Bear with me, you guys. I just want to see. So, 2 p.m. Pacific is what time in South Africa? Oh, it's 11 p.m. right now over there. So yeah, no, never mind. I don't think Cape Socialist is going to be able to be there tonight. I'm pretty sure by the time our 9 o'clock show starts, it's going to be morning time for Cape Socialist. You're about ready to go to bed right now. It's 11 p.m. over there. So you have a good night. You have a good weekend. I hope it's full of fun. If you celebrate any kind of Halloween festivities, let us know. And that way we can help celebrate that with you too. So enjoy your weekend too. Thank you all for coming. Les Bones, Miguel, E. Heller, Cape Socialist, Warren, Holly, I know Amber was up in here. Sherry was in here talking as well. Rolling Raw from Twitch, thank you for stopping by. Teresa Sanders, thank you for coming by too. Man, you guys were like hooking it up today. Yona, you guys were really awesome. I really appreciate you guys coming. Like, should I bring Roseanne on more often? Because she seems to be the person that brought me the peeps. Pratik Mahajan. Thank you for coming. Environmental Coffee House, Ghost Start, all of you guys. Jesus Christ. Thank you all for just showing up today. You guys are amazing and incredible. And I super truly appreciate you. Let me see if we can hook somebody up for the rating over at Twitch. Okay, we're gonna raid Hard Lens Media because they're on right now and they're getting ready to start. It looks like they got about 5.5 minutes until they are starting. They are live right now. So I think I'm gonna go hang out and check out Hard Lens Media after this. So that way I've got something to do today too. In between the time. So yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by. Yes, Hard Lens Media is on right now. So I just rated them over on my Twitch channel. So they just got rated by me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get off of here and then I'm going to go turn it on my phone. That way I have Hard Lens Media on my phone. And if you guys are over on the Hard Lens Media over on Twitch, I will see you there with all the awesome emotes. So thank you all for coming. Please stay safe this weekend. Have as much fun as you can. You will be there? Okay. Thank you. I super appreciate you. I can't wait I'll see you all tonight and today in the comment section and let's have some fun. All right. Check you all later.